Things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 462926.
Hey, this is John Williams. When you take your grandkids on a vacation, do they know what's in your investment portfolio? Do they even care? They're busy having a great time, and you're busy making memories. At Alpha Wealth Group, Tom Fortino understands the nuts and bolts of retirement planning are investments, the stock market, taxes, your Social Security, Medicare, and much more. But think about it. What are you really trying to do here? Is your goal to beat the S&P, or is your goal to make more memories with your family? At the Alpha Wealth Group, their goal is to give you the confidence to spend in retirement without the fear of running out of money. Call Tom Fortino and the team at the Alpha Wealth Group to learn more today. 630-864-6711. 630-864-6711. Or schedule a no-obligation consultation by visiting alphawealthgroup.com. alphawealthgroup.com.
Advisory services through Retirement Wealth Advisors, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Alpha Wealth, licensed in Illinois.
Welcome back to the FanDuel Sportsbook Chicago Blackhawks pregame show on 720 WGN. Jack Heinrich filling in for Charlie Armeliotis. Charlie is standing by in Edmonton. But first, tonight's look at the jerseys is sponsored by Suits 2020. Stop by their men's clothing superstore to check out their selection of suits, tuxes, shirts, ties, shoes, and more. Visit suits2020.com. Blackhawks in the road white jerseys with the classic Indian head on them, and they have that 100-year patch on the front of their jerseys on the left side. Edmonton's got their classic home jerseys on with the blue in the midsection and the orange on the top of their shoulders. So classic jersey matchup for this one. Now we will head out to Edmonton and Rogers Place, where Charlie made it out there after a long travel day. How you doing?
I did make it. It was a long travel day, but I feel good. So I'm sitting here at Rogers Place, and John and I got here a couple hours ago, and Rogers Place ended up putting the Game 7 World Series on the Jumbotron. So they have like a live arena cam, and then they also have a split screen that's airing the World Series game. And when the 3-run homer happened a few innings ago, they blared the goal horn. So we are very much keeping one eye on the World Series tonight and one eye on the Blackhawks Oilers.
Yeah, I got it on one of the screens in the studio here too. Tough decision there to walk Vlad, then Bo goes deep, but this is a hockey show. We'll keep it at hockey, I guess. There's our baseball talk for today.
All right, I guess.
No, we'll keep you updated as this goes along, and hopefully the Blackhawks win. Charlie, that Jets game, it's kind of been a talking point with everybody that it looked bad on the scoreboard, but really when you dig into it, they didn't play as bad as the score would indicate.
Yeah, I don't think so. It was really just that top line for Winnipeg that controlled play. It was Kyle Connor, Mark Scheifele, and Gabe Vilardi that they just, if you look at some of the underlying numbers, when they were on the ice at even strength, Winnipeg led in shot attempts, shots on goal, scoring chances, high danger chances. But when that line wasn't on the ice, Chicago tilted the ice in their favor. The numbers favored Chicago in all of those categories that I listed. So it's one of those, I know it was the opening of a 6-game road trip. It's the longest of the year for the Blackhawks, 11-day span.
Yeah.
And Winnipeg they're a really good team. That's going to be a Stanley Cup contender. And I think I said on the postgame show, I don't know if reality check is the right word, but I think it was more of a reminder that, okay, that Winnipeg is a Stanley Cup contender. They've got terrific goaltending. They're deep down the middle. They were missing a Cole Perfetti and Adam Lowry on their roster on Thursday night, so they still weren't at full strength, but they're still a really good hockey team, and I expect Chicago to bounce back in some way tonight or make it not as lopsided, although it's going to be really hard tonight against Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, who you mentioned are probably going to come into this game pretty hungry after a little bit of a slow start for Edmonton.
Yeah, I was looking at their record today, and it's been a real up and down season for them. I mean, they've been in the last 2 Stanley Cup finals, but a little slow start for them. What are you looking for from Connor Bedard? He's been, really good to start the year. He's turned it on, especially the last few weeks. He's got 14 points in 11 games, and he's kind of quieting some of those outside noise, and now he's starting to get that talk for the Olympic team, maybe being on the outside looking in for that.
Yeah, for sure. He's been so good early on for the Blackhawks, and if you look at some of the numbers between the Blackhawks and Oilers, Bedard usually plays pretty well against Edmonton, and so I would not be surprised if the two Connors put on a show tonight. It's Hockey Night in Canada. We know last year the Hockey Night in Canada was in Chicago, and I think that game went to overtime, and the Hawks lost that game. But I remember both Connors being really good in that game, so I expect Bedard to pick up where he left off. And I heard you in the pregame show mix up Bedard and McDavid. I have been doing that for the last 2.5 years. So please, forgive yourself for that, because when both Connors play each other, they're like intermingled in my head for some reason.
Yeah, I was just mowing along, and then I realized that's not the right guy. But I'm glad to hear I'm not alone.
Same Connor.
Yeah, right. All right, and I played a little bit of Jeff Blashill talking about Ryan Green, and I feel like he's kind of one of the more under the radar younger players. I mean, he's not putting up the points as some of the other guys, but he's a +3 on the eye when he's been out there. And this is the guy who's supposed to be in Rockford to start the year, and now he's playing on the top line with Connor Bedard and Andre Burakovsky. He's been very solid for them.
Really solid. And yeah, like you mentioned in the pregame show, he was not supposed to be, he wasn't actually on the opening night roster when the Hawks submitted their active roster, but it was, I think it was a Landon Slaggert injury, right? Yeah, that opened things up for Ryan Green to get called up and be on the roster for the opening night in Florida, and he has not looked back. And I don't know if that means he's for sure going to be up here for the entire time being. Like maybe he hit some sort of rookie wall down the road and they want to get him some minor league time, or maybe they're like, you know what, we've seen enough where we feel like he can work through some of the growing pains here at the NHL level. And the one thing I've liked about him is, so for Ryan Green, he is a natural center. Like that's his natural position. There are some other prospects in the pipeline that play both, and they're primarily wing, but they want to get tried out at center just to make them versatile. But Green is more of a natural center. But oddly enough, ever since he moved to the line with Bedard and Burakovsky, it feels like that trio has been really good together. And Green logged 19-24 of ice time in the last game on Thursday against Winnipeg. That was by far a season high. His previous high was 16-29 in St. Louis a couple weeks ago. So, I don't know. I can't really put a finger on why he works so well with Bedard and Burakovsky, but it seems to be working over the last few games.
Yeah, we'll see if they can keep it rolling. As Jeff Blashill said, you got to keep it going in the NHL, but nice line at the top there with those three. I was listening to Jeff Blashill talking in his post-practice media availability yesterday, and Ben Pope, our guy who helps us out with the postgame, asked him about Landon Slaggert kind of being in and out of the lineup and trying to find his way. What have you been seeing from him? As he's had the injury. He's had a few injuries. He's been banged up a little bit, but now he's kind of bouncing around between being scratched and in the lineup.
Yeah, he's had a really tough start so far, and I feel like it rewinds back to training camp where he was dealing with an injury, and then he said he got sick while nursing the injury, so he missed. I can't remember what percentage of training camp he missed, but I think it was more than half. And then he gets off to, he's not available for opening night, so it just felt like he's been behind the 8 ball, and he's been trying to play catch up. And unfortunately for him, in the 4 games, he hasn't really been noticeable. He only has 3 shots on goal in the 4 games, and he's averaging just over 10 minutes of ice time. So that's not the Landon Slaggert that we're used to seeing. And for him, he prides his game on being hard to play against, going into the physical battles, right? And so maybe it's just he's trying to develop that confidence from whatever injury that he was dealing with. You know, maybe there's still some little bit of a doubt, like, can I get back to 100%? Am I 100%? I don't want to tweak things. And so I wouldn't be surprised if Slaggert turns things around fairly quickly, but he's not a guy I'm really concerned about, because it just feels like he's going to turn his game around. It'd be different if he was like an offensive player and he just like was not producing, and be like, okay, what's going on here? But it just feels like he just needs one game to really get going and maybe get his confidence back.
Yeah, so I'll be watching. He draws back in the lineup. And somebody else who I think appears to be back is Ilya Mikheyev. Charlie, how big is that for the Blackhawks after he missed a few games?
It's massive, because Jason Dickinson is not going to be in the lineup tonight. So it's like 2/3 of what is their checking line, and so losing Dickinson is massive on its own, because he's always a guy that goes up against Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl and does a really good job at shutting them down. But to get Mikheyev back tonight, I feel like his line, they're going to try to match him up against McDavid or Draisaitl. I don't know how successful the Hawks will be in doing so, because they're the road team. The Edmonton, as the home team, gets the last change. So I don't know if Chicago's going to be able to dictate that very much. But Mikheyev has just been so good for Chicago this year on the penalty kill, just in the shutdown role. So hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he finds his legs early on, because Edmonton's going to come out of the gate here strong, I feel, and the Blackhawks are going to need their legs. And Mikheyev is has been one of their most important pieces early on this season, and hopefully he finds his legs pretty quickly.
Yeah, especially that injury looks scary. So it's good that he only missed, I think, 2 games. So it's good to have him back. All right, Charlie, you see that Nick Sirianni dressed up as Nick Foligno for Halloween?
How amazing was that?
That was great.
That's awesome. So I was trying to think, like, I feel like Sirianni only did that because he saw Foligno dress up as him. Like, I don't think they pre-coordinated that, right?
I don't think so either.
Yeah, there's no way, but that was amazing. And it's funny how eerily similar they both look. They certainly look like long-lost relatives.
Yeah, I think Ben Pope wrote about it or something, or asked Nick about it, and he's like, I don't know him, but hopefully I can meet up with him sometime, because he's like, that'll be like the real, like, Spider-Man news. So that'd be something to look for. But it's funny.
That's exactly what it feels like.
All right, Charlie, have a good call with John.
All right, thanks, Jack.
That's Charlie Meliodas. He's joining John Weideman on the call of Blackhawks and Oilers. That's next. You've been listening to the FanDuel Sportsbook Chicago Blackhawks pregame show on 720 WGN.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Happen OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Whether it's a plumbing emergency or just a simple repair like a clogged toilet, Plumbers 911 is your source for the best licensed plumbers. Every plumber has background checks, insurance, and 10,000 hours of training. When you call 1-833-PLUM-911, you'll be connected with one of Chicagoland's most trusted contractors, like Bathkey Plumbing in Chicago. Wherever you are, a Plumbers 911 contractor is always close by. Call 1-833-PLUM-911. Plumbers 911, where they do it right the first time.
Do you have silver or gold to sell? Call me, the Antique Lady. Now is the best time. Call the Antique Lady at 773-262-1000. For years, WGN listeners have been calling the Antique Lady to sell their antiques and art. Why go to the mall or send your family treasures through the mail? Call 773-262-1000 for a buyer you know and trust. Bring your sterling silver flatware, trays, teapots, and candlesticks to the Antique Lady. Old, broken, and unworn gold pieces sitting in the drawer can be turned into cash. Deal with a family-owned business that's been in the same location for over 30 years. At 6901 Northwestern Avenue in Chicago, you'll receive a fair price with no pressure to sell. Call 773-262-1000 today.
Before and after every Bears game, tune in to Happen OB right here on 720 WGN.
It's go time.
Sponsored by your local Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, official truck partner of the Chicago Bears.
100 years.
This is just fantastic.
One city.
Chicago!
One team.
Go Blackhawks!
The kids.
Nazar on a breakaway down the slot. Shoots, he scores! Connor McDavid with a shot, he scores!
Renzel fires, he scores!
They can play.
Yes, they can.
An original Six tradition that rattles the rafters with Chicago pride.
Where you from? Chicago.
Chicago? From the anthem to the final horn. It's time for Chicago Blackhawks hockey. With the call of the game, here's John Weideman and Charlie Meliodas.
The Chicago Blackhawks look to get back into the win column this evening as they open November here in Edmonton. And after back-to-back Cup final appearances, the Oilers have just been so-so this season. So tonight's battle of the two Connors should grab the attention of hockey fans from both countries, those that aren't watching the World Series. Hi again, everyone. John Whiteman along with Charlie Romeliotis. We're here at Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton, Alberta. And, of course, Jack Heinrich, our good friend, is back in Blackhawks Central. We want to welcome you into our broadcast this evening. It's the Blackhawks and the Edmonton Oilers. First of three meetings, Charlie. And, well, let me tell you, Charlie's playing hurt, folks. He's a little under the weather, but he's going to soldier on, and we'll get this broadcast in. I know I can always count on you, Char. But your thoughts about this matchup, especially coming off that loss in Winnipeg?
Yeah, I felt like the game on Thursday night, if you look at some of the underlying numbers, I didn't feel like Chicago played very poorly. It was really just that top line of Winnipeg that led the charge. And Winnipeg is a team that if you make mistakes, they're going to make you pay. And it felt like the Hawks didn't capitalize on their opportunities. And even on the power play, it didn't feel like Chicago took advantage of theirs. But I expect Chicago to bounce back in this game tonight.
All right. Well, we got the horn that we have to deal with here for the moment. We've got a few sponsored items to get to. Real quickly, Charlie, I was just going to ask you about the matchup of the two Connors. You've seen several of them, and I always like to get feedback from people that I don't always ask about, but I'm going to ask you. Put you on the spot. What do you got for this contest?
Well, I expect both Connors to be really good in this game. It feels like when the lights are brightest, they deliver. And even on the Hockey Night in Canada game last year between McDavid and Connor Bedard, it felt like the two of them tried to go toe-to-toe with each other. And I think when in Connor Bedard's first game here in Edmonton, he scored a goal on his, I think it was either one of his first couple shifts of the game. So I expect both Connors to be really good in this game.
All right, speaking of who's going to deliver, sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning, electric heat pumps for a better environment inside and out. Visit getacomfyhome.com. Well, I'm going to go with Andre Burakovsky. After that goal he scored in Winnipeg, what's he going to do for an encore? Keys for tonight's game, sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. What do you got, Char?
Yeah, number one, I'm going to say get pucks on net. Edmonton goaltending has been a weak spot for them. Stuart Skinner, in 6 of his 8 starts this year, he's at a sub-900 save percentage, so really get pucks on net early. Number 2, divide and conquer. Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid are on separate lines tonight, so pick your poison. Number 3, stay out of the penalty box. Edmonton is 3rd in the entire NHL in power play percentage, and they will make you pay, so limit the penalties.
All right, last question, and I've been dying to know this. Who are you banking on? Sponsored by Marquette Bank. Love where you bank, celebrating 80 years of neighborhood banking.
I'm going to go with Teuvo Teravainen. You heard Jack talking about it in the pregame show, how he's really strong against Edmonton, his numbers, but also he snapped a 9-game goal drought on Thursday. He's been shooting the puck more lately. Confidence has been building. So I think Teravainen's going to have a solid night tonight.
All right, I like that. His career numbers, so you were just talking about him, his career numbers have been very good against the Edmonton Oilers, so let's hope that holds up. Right now we go down to ice level and we pick up, we go down to ice level. Well, we're going to keep it right here. They're at ice level. They're honoring individuals for the Molson Cup. And so we'll just keep it right here for just a minute or two until our anthem singer arrives. I'm going to be interested to see who does what at the faceoff dot. Now, Adam Henrique is a strong faceoff man for the Oilers, and the Blackhawks, they didn't give a very good accounting of themselves in that game the other night in Winnipeg. Hopefully they're going to get their measure here tonight.
Yeah, and Jonathan Taves was a big reason why the Blackhawks didn't have success at the faceoff circle in the last game in Winnipeg on Thursday. Leon Draisaitl is really good in the faceoff department, so it's not going to be any easier for the Blackhawks in this game. But I'm curious to see what the matchups are going to be. Usually when Chicago and Edmonton plays each other, McDavid and Draisaitl have been on the same line, but they are on separate lines tonight. Now, I imagine we're going to see spurts of them where they're together, but yeah, we'll see how that transpires.
All right, now we can send it down to ice level and pick up our anthem singers. And a special treat for our listeners here. This is an unusual presentation of the anthems. Please listen. told you it was unusual, and it's a bit of a treat. They are the Borealis Mariachi Band, and what great renditions of both the Star Spangled Banner and O Canada. Well done. Well done indeed. Well, here are tonight's starting lineups. In goal for the Edmonton Oilers going to be Stuart Skinner. Stuart Skinner has never lost to the Blackhawks in his career. He's 4-0-0. And at defense for the Oilers are going to be Matthias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard. Up front from left to right, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, a lifetime Edmonton Oiler, starts at left wing. Centering the opening line for the Oil, Connor McDavid. And starting at the right wing is Andrew Mangiapane. And for the Blackhawks, it's going to be Spencer Knight in goal. And Spencer's record career against the Edmonton Oilers, he's never beat him. He's 0-1-2, so tonight may be that night. At defense are Wyatt Kaiser and Louis Crevier. Up front from left to right, Ryan Donato starts at left wing. Colton Dach enters the opening line. Ilya Mikheyev starts at the right wing. Our referees this evening are Peter McDougall and Cody Beach. Handling the lines are Travis Toomey and Mark Shuchik. And we're underway up here in Edmonton, inside the Hawk zone. Battle for the puck rages. McDavid spins it behind the net into the far corner. Mikheyev there. He tried to flip it behind the net again. It bounced back to him, and he'll stroke the puck up the right boards to Dach at center ice in front of the benches. And he'll drop it back into the Hawk zone to Crevier. Whips it on the left wing at center ice to Wyatt Kaiser, and he'll fire the puck down the boards deep into the Edmonton zone, and the Hawks will get a line change here as the Oil get the puck back. Evan Bouchard has been maligned by the media and the fans here in Edmonton in the last little while. He's a team worst -9. He hands the puck off now to Leon Draisaitl inside the Oilers zone. Ahead it goes Jack Roslovic, crossing the Hawk blue line. Had it poke checked away. Draisaitl took it back right circle, fed the high slot. Then Darnell Nurse fires, and that looked like it hit deflected off the side of the post and wide. Here's Alex Vlasic near corner Hawk zone. Slips the puck across the rink. Sam Rinzel gains center ice, wedged off of it by Vasily Podkolzin, a former #1 pick of the Canucks. And the Oilers get it back. They enter the Hawk zone on the far side. Roslovic at the point. Tried to fire it across the rink. It bounces back to center ice. And now Jake Wallman has the puck at the Oiler line. Put it ahead to Draisaitl over the Hawk line along the right side boards near the point. Draisaitl bothered out high by Ryan Green. Then put the puck into the corner to Wallman. And now Wallman at the right point will move into the high slot and fire. And that goes wide. Ty Emberson in the far corner in the Hawk zone had the puck and lost it. Connor Murphy will take it, spin it behind and up the left wing side now to Ryan Green. Here's Green moving the puck back over to Vlasic. Vlasic will outlet now to Andre Burakovsky to center ice. To Connor Murphy over the Oiler line on the left wing. He snaps the puck down in behind the net, rolls up the far side to Green. Put it out to the right point. Matt Grzelcyk to Green right circle. Angles it to the goal. And it's spun on goal there by Burakovsky, but turned wide by Skinner with a pad save. And the Oilers on the attack again. Into the Hawk zone. This is Savoie. Matt Savoie dumping the puck in behind the Hawk net. And Trent Frederick had a play on it, but could not get to the puck. Hawks will get it back. At the Hawk line near side, Nick Foligno falls down as the pass goes behind him. Artyom Levshinov took it back. Got the puck over to Wyatt Kaiser. He'll carry to center ice again. Jeff Blashill going with 11 forwards and 7 defense here tonight in Edmonton. Louis Crevier at the right point. Fires the puck down in behind the Oiler net. Bouchard swings it out to the line. And Kaiser tried to jab it toward the Oiler net. This is taken back by the Oilers' Noah Philp, and he'll gain center ice. Noah is the younger brother of Luke Philp, a former Blackhawk who played 3 games for the Hawks during the 22-23 season. In behind the Hawk net. Nick Foligno was hit as he put it around at the right wing side to Colton Dach. Ahead to Landon Slaggert at center ice, and he'll stick it down the boards in behind the Oiler net. Teams are line changes.
Well, we got some nonstop action here in Edmonton, 3+ minutes, and we're still looking for our first whistle.
Now Wallman missing on a pass down ice, and we're going to get our whistle now, Charlie, just as you ask. Icing is the call. 16:44 left in period number 1 up here in Edmonton, and no score.
Tonight's Coaches Challenges are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine, with 8 specialties ranked among the top 10 in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. The teams at Northwestern Medicine offer second opinions for the toughest conditions.
I'll tell you, we're dealing with some real distractions here for this broadcast tonight. We got the World Series going on, and I think everybody in this building, one eye is on this game, the other eye is on what's going on in Toronto right now. The Blue Jays have a 3-2 lead, and I think that game is in the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's see. Oh, yeah, bottom of the 6th. So now inside the Oilers zone. Wallman sticks the puck ahead to center ice. Tyler Bertuzzi took it back. Sends Frank Nazar over the Oiler line down the right wing to the corner. Spins off a check from Wallman, but lost the puck. Oilers get it back. Here's Mangiapane, ex of the Calgary Flames. Skates the puck ahead into the Hawk zone. This play will remain onside. Mangiapane along the right sideboards. Scoops it behind the net, and McDavid centers. Nugent Hopkins pounds the puck from the left circle. Chest save made by Knight. Bouchard takes the puck right point down to Nugent Hopkins along the right boards. Back to Bouchard, high slot. He fires, and Knight is down with another butterfly save. This time he smothers the puck at the top of the crease. Boy, McDavid gets loose in a hurry, doesn't he?
Boy, and when he entered the zone, whoever was carrying the puck behind him couldn't catch up fast enough, and McDavid had to stretch out his left leg to make sure that he was still onside on the play, and ends up generating a nice scoring chance. Really nifty pass there by number 97, the best player in the world.
Yeah. Tyler Bertuzzi playing in his 499th NHL game. Many of those have been while playing for Jeff Blashill, the current Blackhawks head coach. Many of those took place in Detroit with the Red Wings. From the draw, the Oilers get the puck. Matthias Ekholm from the left point sends one down toward the Hawk net. Stroked out of there by Knight. Oilers get it back, and it's fed by Draisaitl of the slot. A shot by Roslovic goes over the net. Kaiser in front of the Hawk net pounds a puck up the left wing side and down. There's a race to the dots, and they're going to say that Evan Bouchard beat Ryan Donato to the dots in the Oiler end. Icing is the call. So we're down to 15:35 left in period number one. No score. Glad to have you along. We'll be in Seattle in a couple of nights as we get our first look at the Kraken.
So Colton Dach has taken the defensive zone draw. He took the opening faceoff against Connor McDavid, and now he's taking it against Leon Draisaitl. This is the first game that Colton is playing center. Now, he played center a little bit in Rockford, so he's not unfamiliar with the position, but this is going to be a big test for him as Edmonton, I imagine, will try to get Draisaitl and McDavid up against Colton's line all night.
Hawks get possession. Ryan Donato enters the Oilers zone on the right wing side and put the puck down behind the net, but now Roslovic will carry to center ice. From Columbus, Ohio, Jack Roslovic, a Miami of Ohio product, dumps the puck down behind the Hawk net. Knight out to play it over to the near corner to Kaiser. Passing ahead to McCabe, to Murphy over the center ice circle to Donato. Over the Oiler line to the right half boards. Sent it down behind the net. That's pushed away by Ty Emberson, but kept in at the left point by the Hawks' Matt Grizzly. Winds it down behind the net and out to the right point. Ryan Green there for the Hawks. Tosses back to the point to Levshunov. To Grizzlick. He'll fire from the left point. That goes wide. Bedard is off the bench and poke checks the puck away from Roslovic to center ice. The Hawks get it back. Burakovsky flings it into the Oilers zone. It's spun back to center ice. Right to Burakovsky. Ahead to Bedard. Down the right wing to the corner Oilers zone. Fires a shot over the net. Grizzlick recovers left point. He sends it to the right point. Levshunov will fire it back in behind. There's Burakovsky now with it. To Bedard in the right circle. And he fanned on a snapshot toward the net. The puck trickles to center ice, and the Hawks get it back. And Grizzlick will fire it back down the boards in behind the Oiler net. And the teams are in line changes. Emberson makes a pass ahead to the Hawk line. That was off the stick of Frederick. Puck is shot back down ice by Vlasic, then taken back by the Oilers. And dumped in from center ice there. Right in on Spencer Knight. He turned it wide. Crevier clears to center ice. Wallman for the Oilers will flip it ahead. This deflects over the near glass and out of play. And a whistle will stop play. We'll take our first break of the night. 13:55 left in the first here in Edmonton. Hawks and Oilers, no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
How many people can say they've had part of their spine removed? Well, me for one. I'm Jeff. And though it sounds impossible, that's what my team at Northwestern Medicine did. I had a rare spinal bone cancer, which brought my neuro-oncologist and neurosurgeon together to create the treatment plan that saved my life.
Anchored by Northwestern Memorial Hospital, nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Jeff's team took on and treated his 1 in a million condition. They removed a large section of his spine and the tumor in one piece because spilling just one cell would risk spreading cancer throughout his body. They then rebuilt his spine with a metal frame.
I was in surgery for 14 hours, but that's nothing compared to all the time I've gotten back.
Because what makes us better makes you better. Northwestern Medicine. Learn more at nm.org/better.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Alex Vlasic. We're back. Time for more Blackhawks hockey.
Back here at Rogers Place, they are cheering here in the background because they have just put on the Jumbotron that the Blue Jays have extended their lead to 4-2 against the LA Dodgers.
They showed the video of the run batted in. And sometimes we come back to the airwaves and the fans here cheering and they think, well, somebody put something on the video board, said cheer loud now. No, trust me, the whole country of Canada is in on this World Series, folks. And there's another one. Okay, never mind, it's a replay. I get taken in. I love the World Series, man. I can watch it forever. John Weideman and Charlie Romeliotis here in Edmonton. No score, Hawks and Oilers. Glad to have you along. Off the face-off, Louis Crevier dumps the puck down into the Oilers zone. Frank Nazar from behind the net toward the left wing corner. Backhands one off the side of the net, looking for a favorable carom off of Skinner. He didn't get one. The Oilers get the puck back. Jake Wallman, a Providence College native. Well, pass it ahead now to center ice. Here's McDavid. Had the puck stripped away momentarily. Takes it back into the Hawk zone to the right wing boards. Fed it into the high slot to Wallman. Guns one toward the net. And that hit Nugent Hopkins in the slot. He goes down in a heap. Puck cleared to center ice by Vlasic. Darnell Nurse took it back for the Oil. Dumps it off the left corner boards, Hawk zone. Vlasic takes a handoff from Knight. Quick pass up by Bertuzzi to Nazar on a 2-on-1 break into the Oilers zone. Fires from the left circle, and it's turned out of there by Skinner. Great chance for the Hawks. Now Teravainen to Nazar in the slot. Fell down, but put it to Burakovsky to the high slot now, and a shot by Kaiser, and that deflects wide. Rinzel with the puck. Put it in front of the net, Teravainen to the top of the right circle, and Burakovsky fires one in on goal, but a glove save made by Skinner. Couple real good chances there for the Hawks, but no score, 12:50 left in period one.
Yeah, great shift here by the Teravainen and Nazar line. Burakovsky hopped on the ice for Tyler Bertuzzi, so he was out there part of the second half of this shift. Nazar puts the puck on net, a save by Stuart Skinner. He follows it up, and I couldn't tell if Nazar was able to deflect this cleanly, but he almost got a chance on the rebound. But a nice shift there right out of the TV timeout there for Chicago.
From the face-off in the Oilers zone, Roslovic now turns the puck over left point to Kaiser. He whips it across for Bedard at the right point, but it's off his stick to center ice. Oilers get the puck back. Roslovic drops it over the center ice circle to Bouchard. He'll flip it ahead, intended for Podkolzin into the Hawk zone, but Rinzel got to the puck in the far corner, then lost it. Podkolzin flings it in front to Draisaitl, who fires it in on goal. Pad save made by Knight. Follow-up shot from the left point, and Knight was down to block that one as well. That came off the stick of Ekholm. Burakovsky gains the Oilers zone, left point, sent it down toward the net, and Bedard deflects that one wide and up off the glass. Oilers get the puck back. Bouchard passing to center ice, Leon Draisaitl, who moves it down the left wing side into the Hawk zone. Roslovic in the corner, put it out to the high slot, and a long shot came in from there off Brett Kulak's stick. Kick saved by Knight. And Green will stick it off the right boards deep into the Oilers zone. Hawks will go for a line change as the Oil get the puck back.
Boy, Evan Bouchard looks like he's really overthinking things. I saw the overtime winner scored by JT Miller the other night. And even on this shift right now, Andre Burakovsky.
As Kulak hammers one in from the left point in a glove save made by Spencer Knight in the Hawk crease. He'll hold on. Please continue.
Yeah, to finish that thought, Burakovsky enters the zone on the left side, and he basically had to try to stick handle through three Oilers, and everyone thought that Bouchard was going to take him, and he just backed off, and Burakovsky was able to pass the puck over cross ice. So something to monitor. You mentioned he's a -9 rating this season. It's one of the league worst. Just odd to see from a guy that plays a majority of his shifts with Draisaitl and McDavid.
All he's got to do is score a couple of power play goals, and they'll get off his back. You know, he's a good defenseman, quality kid. Here's Emberson from the right point, Hawk zone. His coach in college at Wisconsin was the Hawks broadcaster Tony Granato, working a couple booths down. in behind the Hawk net. Ilya Mikheyev now fishes the puck free. Murphy in a battle in the far corner. Mikheyev gets to the loose puck. Dangerous pass in front of the net there for Grzelcyk, but the Hawks got away with it. Grzelcyk passing up the left wing. Here's Donato to the puck now. Oiler line on the right wing side. Pokes it down the boards. Taken back by the Oil, then give it back. Donato knocks it down to the right wing corner. Kulak pushing Mikheyev off the puck, but Mikheyev is able to work it free. Donato put it to the right point to Murphy. Had a little trouble with that pass, and it deflects to center ice. Murphy swats it back into the Oilers zone, and now the Hawks are in a line change. Emberson between the circles. Oiler in. Passing up the right wing side at center ice to Frederick. He's another kid that played for Tony Granato at Wisconsin. And now he coughed up the puck in the Hawks zone. The Hawks come out. Slaggert in front of the benches. Notre Dame product will stick it down towards in behind the Oiler net. Wallman there to get the puck. Lead pass for Noah Philp. And he is leveled with a body check by Nick Foligno right in front of the Oiler bench. But shot the puck ahead, and this deflects down behind the Hawk net. Knight puts it to the near boards. Philp is there. Philp put it to the right circle. And Curtis Lazar will turn and fire a shot, and that deflects wide. Bertuzzi along the far boards at the Hawk blue line will flip the puck down into the Edmonton zone as the Hawks get another line change here. Darnell Nurse in the near corner, Oiler in. Sweeps the puck behind the net to Wallman. Wallman along the left wing boards will lift it to center ice. Taken back by Wyatt Kaiser. Steps to the Oiler line. Sticks it down the boards behind the net into the far corner. Wallman put it out to the point. Crevier took it away to Teravainen, high slot. Sent it down toward the net, but it was blocked in front by Darnell Nurse. Puck comes free in the right circle. Teravainen there. Teravainen being worked over in the far circle. Lost the puck. Nazar took it back right wing corner to Bertuzzi behind the net. Quick pass in front for Nazar. Couldn't control it. Bertuzzi got it back to Vlasic left point. Now to Nazar left circle. Tried to hand it off to Bertuzzi. Headed to the net. This is picked off by the Oilers. And the puck quickly moved to center ice. Vlasic took it back into the Oilers zone. Down the left wing. Put it across right circle. Burakovsky. Too hot to handle, but he got it back to the line. Nazar. And Nazar firing from the area tops of the circles, and that hit the post and ricochets out of play. A whistle stops play, and Skinner, the goaltender for the Oilers, knows he was beaten on that shot. All right, no score in the game. 9:13 left in period number one. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Surratt. It's WGN, the original social media.
WGN. Finding health insurance can be so confusing. People need help. That's why I work for Get Covered Illinois.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
And we're here to help. With thousands of brokers certified by the state and hundreds of trained insurance guides, what we call navigators, available in communities across Illinois.
All free.
At getcoveredillinois.gov, we're here to help.
Can't find the right words? Rogers & Hollins has you covered. Since 1910, Rogers & Hollins has been Chicagoland's trusted name for fine jewelry and quality watches. From engagement rings to the perfect gift or something to elevate your look, generations have relied on Rogers & Hollins for unmatched quality and personal service. Experience the Rogers & Hollins difference. Visit fornowandforever.com or store near you. Rogers & Hollins, for now and forever.
Rogers & Hollins, for now and forever.
Some companies put a new shell over your old tub and call it a remodel. That's not a true remodel. With Forever Remodeling, you'll get a complete transformation. Designers who bring spa-like ideas to life. Licensed plumbers and electricians to ensure everything works perfectly. And a project manager who makes it all effortless. All backed by a 3-year warranty. For the beautiful oasis you've been waiting for, choose ForeverRemodeling.com. Forever Remodeling. Luxury done right.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Back here at Rogers Place, Charlie Meliodas and John Weideman. At each home game at the United Center this season, we will be saluting a veteran, which is sponsored by JeffBuysYourHouse.com, a proud veteran-owned business serving Chicagoland since 2007.
You're brought back to the airwaves there by Hall of Famer and Blackhawks Hall of Famer Chris Chelios. Had his number retired. Here's Pat Colson breaking into the Hawks zone down the slot, and he was tripped on the way in. And is this going to be a penalty shot? I believe it is. This will be the first one of the year against the Hawks. Well, you can't hear the announcement, but so Vasily Podkolzin, and it was Bedard doubling in to try and use his stick blade to kind of tap the hands of Podkolzin so he couldn't control the puck to get a shot away. But here he'll get a chance with a penalty shot. 10:57 of period number 1. He picks up the puck at center ice. Carries into the Hawk zone down the right wing, cuts in front, digs and shoots, and it's wide of the net. Spencer Knight might have gotten a piece of that with the stick. So no score, and that's to me that's a big lift to the bench for the Hawks. I think Spencer got that with a blocker.
Yep, he did. Really good save by Spencer Knight. The penalty shot was led to, it was Grzelcyk and Rinzel were aggressive at the blue line. They tried to cut off the play before they could enter the zone, and the puck squirmed behind them, and Connor Bedard was left to fend for himself, and he had no choice but to try to impede the shot by Vasily Podkolzin. I thought they were going to potentially call goaltender interference as well, because they bulldoze into Knight, but I don't think Podkolzin could have gone anywhere. So,
well, excuse me, Charlie. Ryan, I'll get back to what I'm seeing here in just a second. Spencer Knight on that save. I said that he got the blocker on it. I think he got the shaft of his goal stick on that shot. Got another look from ice level, far side of the rink. And anyway, a sensational save keeps the game tied, scoreless. Mikheyev at the Oiler line, backhands it down behind the Oiler net. Ekholm will set it up the near side to center ice. Here's Bertuzzi with it. Lost the puck into the Edmonton zone to Bouchard. He flips it across to Ekholm along the left boards. He goes rink wide with a pass to Frederick into the Hawk zone, who dropped it off, and Savoie fires, and Spencer Knight gobbles that up and holds on. You get a whistle stopping play. 8:12 left in period number 1. Spencer talking to his mates right now. Come on, boys. We're getting a little loose in our end.
Yeah, Spencer Knight was unsure if he had that. Sorry, I'm watching this double play that they did.
They got two the hard way, didn't they, Charlie?
We got one eye on the hockey game and one eye on the World Series. I was like, I need to pause this thought right now because I'm curious to see what just happened.
They're going crazy in Toronto, and the game's not over yet. I think they just finished the top of the 7th, so 7th inning stretch time there in Vancouver. Meanwhile, back here in Edmonton, no score, Hawks and Oilers in an early season game.
There are some players on both benches that were looking up to see what happened too. They're curious to see what's going on in the World Series.
Now inside the Hawk zone, Knight flips the puck off the far corner glass, and it's pushed out to center ice. The Hawks get possession, and then a nice check by Kulak on Teravainen, knocking him off the puck. Oilers get it back. Emberson with the puck along the right boards. Oilers zone. Passing over to Kulak. Back to Emberson. Oiler line right wing side. He sent it ahead into the Hawk zone. Frederick and Knight battle for the puck. Knight poke checks it away from Frederick behind the net. Here's Teravainen along the left wing boards. Can't clear the Hawk zone. And it's held in there by the Oilers' Isaac Howard. He's an interesting story. We'll get to that here in just a minute if we can. Grzelcyk in behind the Hawk net with a puck. Passing to center ice. This is picked off by the Oilers. And now the puck taken back in front of the penalty boxes and flipped back into the Oilers zone by Philp. That's sent ahead now down into the Hawk end by Nurse to the far corner. Murphy all over one of the Oilers there. Philp is able to wedge the puck free. Grzelcyk picks up the puck behind the Hawk net. Sends it up the left wing, Landon Slaggert, and he is compressed into the glass just inside the Hawk blue line. The other way, the Oilers, and a shot from Howard from the right circle, and the blocker save made by Knight. Now Murphy hit his unloads a pass up the left wing to center ice. Oilers had it, then lost it. Ilya Mikheyev, twisting and turning away from several Oilers, will take the puck back into the Hawk zone. At the end of his shift, he'll give the puck in between the circles to Alex Vlasic. Put it over to Louis Crevier, right wing side. Head to center ice, Burakovsky to Bedard over the Oiler line. Burakovsky beside the right circle to Crevier straight away with a drive. He just missed the net. Vlasic, a follow-up shot from the left point, goes wide. Crevier at the right point to Burakovsky, right wing boards. To Connor Bedard beside the right circle against the boards. To Crevier, left point. He'll stroke it down in behind the net. Ryan Green picks up the puck. Put it out to the line. Vlasic from the high slot. He'll shoot. And a pad save made there by the goaltender Skinner. He'll hold on, and a whistle will stop play. 5:55 left in the first here in Edmonton. Hawks and Oilers, no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Tired of losing power? Feeling powerless? Call Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, Electric today for a free estimate on a whole home standby generator. Never be without power again. Fully installed systems starting at just $99 a month. Power your sump pump, your fridge, your freezer, your garage doors, your heating and cooling so your home stays safe and comfortable. Four Seasons is the largest and most award-winning Generac dealer in Illinois.
Right reasons. Call 866-4 Seasons.
Searching for a financial partner that truly has your best interest at heart? Join KCT Credit Union, where they're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. KCT Credit Union, now a division of Consumers Credit Union. Visit kctcu.org. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hey, it's Andre Burakovsky. Break's over. Back to the guys.
Geico knows game day isn't just about the action on the ice. It's about the fans who bring the passion, pride, and dedication every game. For each chapter this centennial year, the Blackhawks are looking for the Geico 4th Stars of the Season. Enter today by telling us your favorite memories of being a Blackhawks fan for a chance to win 2 sweet tickets to Fan Appreciation Night, a Centennial replica jersey, and more. See more information at blackhawks.com/promotions.
Well, we're here in Edmonton. Face-off circle to the right of Stuart Skinner. Leon Draisaitl facing off with Connor Bedard, who wins this draw. Kaiser left point. Sweeps it to the right point. Levshunov will fire it back down the boards, in behind the Oiler net and up the near side. Roslovic for the Oilers will give it ahead now. Draisaitl into the Hawk zone to the slot. He put it over to the far circle, and the puck is poked in behind the net. And now Levshunov in a battle for the puck, as is Roslovic of the Oilers. We get a whistle stopping play as they've got the puck pinned to the side of the net. It looks like Spencer Knight put the glove, actually the blocker hand, on top of the puck and held it. I should mention to our listeners, from time to time, I'm going to have momentary pauses here because we are the furthest away from the ice of any building in the NHL. And this is a beautiful building, but they have put us, we're not in Edmonton. We're in Saskatchewan somewhere calling this game. So anyway.
It's a great vantage point,
It
though.
is. If you can make out the numbers, it's great. But boy, are we a long way from the ice. Anyway, just happy to be here and happy to be giving you good folks Blackhawks hockey. There's Wallman from the right circle, Hawk zone, firing a shot. Blocker save made by Knight. Puck cleared away by Green, but not out, and now taken back by Ryan Donato. Here's Donato along the left boards at the Hawk blue line. He'll spin it ahead down ice into the Oilers zone with so much force. The puck came all the way around and back down ice into the Hawk end. And Sam Renzel behind the Hawk net now. Poking it up the left wing to Donato. He deflects the puck to center ice. Oilers get it back. Podkolzin at the Hawk blue line. Got it ahead, Roslovic over the Hawk line to the right circle. Ryan Donato back checking, strips the puck away. Then pokes it ahead to center ice. It's taken back by the Oilers. Kulak head now into the Hawk zone. At the top of the right circle, Adam Henrique shot it across the rink. This is picked off by Colton Dock. He'll carry out over the center ice circle. Then loop the puck into the left wing corner in the Oilers zone and get off in a change. Emberson to the puck, moving it up the right wing side at center ice to Frederick, crossing the Hawk line, runs into a check from Grzelcyk, his former teammate in Boston. And now Grzelcyk and Frederick continue to battle for the puck. It's in behind the Hawk net. Frank Nazar there. Frederick then takes it back and put it in behind the net. And a tough angle shot from about a foot above the goal line. And that's off the stick of Savoie. Turned out of there by Knight. Puck cleared down ice by Renzel. Hawks go for a line change. Inside the Oilers zone. One of the Oilers, that's Kulak, his glove came off as he was in an entanglement with Nazar. Meanwhile, back in the Hawk zone. Vlasic passing it ahead. Burakovsky, center ice. He'll drop it back into the Hawk zone. Vlasic again goes rink wide with a pass for Green. It misses him and banks into the Oilers zone. The Oilers get possession. There's Bouchard passing it ahead. McDavid on the fly over the Hawk line to Nugent Hopkins, right circle. Tried to backhand one to the goal. It stopped. Bouchard follows up for the right circle and fires. That's blocked on the way in by Burakovsky, who dishes to the blue line. And then Nugent Hopkins took the puck back to the Oiler blue line, got a little clumsy with it. Connor Bedard nearly stripped it away. Oilers on the attack again. McDavid into the Hawk zone to the right wing board. To Bouchard, right point. To Ekholm, top of the left circle. Put it over to Mangiapane, and he'll fire from the right circle. Never got through to the net. Ryan Green will outlet now. Landon Slaggert at center ice to Connor Bedard. Over the Oiler line of the right point. Little spinorama and then a handoff for the puck, but right to McDavid unintentionally. McDavid to Bouchard. Oiler line. Passing it ahead to Mangiapane at center ice on the right wing, and he'll backhand the puck deep into the Hawk zone. Murphy in the near corner. Kept it away to Grzelcyk. He'll spin it back in behind the Hawk net over to Murphy, far corner. Who flipped it back in behind the net. And Grzelcyk in the near corner. Passes the puck up the left wing side to center ice. But Lazar, the Oilers, will stick it back down ice into the Hawk end. Murphy with a clearing attempt now to Foligno over the center ice circle. And he turns to flip it into the Oilers zone. This is taken back by the Oil. And now they move it out to center ice. Noah Philp to Curtis Lazar into the Hawk zone, right point. Sticks it behind the net. Knight put it away to the near corner. Lazar's got it there. Being battled for the puck there by the Hawks' Wyatt Kaiser. They go down in an entanglement, and the puck is cleared to center ice by Donato. Makheyev's got it in front of the Oiler bench. He'll spin it off the boards and deep into the Edmonton zone.
Great defensive play there by Wyatt Kaiser. He's really good at shutting down plays from the blue line, but behind that goal line of Chicago, he out-muscled Curtis Lazar and led to a zone exit, so great play.
Noah Philp with the puck from Canmore, Alberta. Moves it across the rink. And Darnell Nurse at the right point Hawk zone will snap the puck down behind the net into the far corner. And Tyler Bertuzzi took it there. Leaves the puck behind the Hawk net. Sam Renzel has got it as the Hawks are in the midst of a line change. Renzel put it to the near corner. Vlasic outlets up the middle of the ice to Donato. Oiler line. Spins it down the left wing boards. Nazar got to it. And he's rubbed off the puck behind the net by Bouchard. Donato in to grab it. Put it into the near corner. Draisaitl took it away for the Oilers. He'll pass the puck ahead. Roslovic breaking through center. Into the Hawk zone, stopping at the point. And he turned the puck over. Vlasic will clear head to center ice to Donato. Front of the penalty boxes. He's at the end of his shift, so he tosses the puck over to the right wing corner in the Oilers zone. He'll get off on a change.
At the risk of jinxing this again, we haven't had a whistle in several minutes here. It's been some nonstop action over here in Edmonton. I think the Hawks are going to get a penalty here.
Yeah, it looks like it is. Yep. It's either holding the stick or holding by itself. Let's get the call from our game referee.
Chicago 44 has 2 minutes for holding the stick.
Well, that's Leon Draisaitl that is charging hard from the right side. And he draws a lot of those penalties because he can be hard to handle when he's coming down the ice like that. Hawks are going to go on the penalty kill with 54.4 seconds left in the first period. The face-off is going to come to the right of Spencer Knight, and it's the Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric face-off. For all the right reasons, call 866-4SEASONS.
Kind of a weak call. I mean, I got to look at it on the replay. That's kind of a soft call, but yeah, it is what it is. And I asked Jeff Blashill in the coaches segment about this situation with the Oilers, how they've surrendered 2 shorthanded goals, and they've had some puck management issues on their power play. Here's Bouchard on the high slot, firing it down toward the Hawk net, deflects wide. And now Mikheyev to the puck along the left wing boards. Will clear it across the rink and all the way down. We're down to 40 seconds left in the period. In behind the Oiler net, Bouchard claims the puck off Skinner's stick. Carries out to the Oiler blue line and drops it back into the zone. Nugent Hopkins charging ahead into the Hawk zone. To McDavid down the left wing side. Put it into the slot for Roslovic. He carries to the left wing half boards with 23. Sets up Bouchard left point. He'll put it top of the left circle, and now McDavid in the right circle, backhands it in front, hit the stick of Knight and goes wide. McDavid in the right wing corner now. To Bouchard right point. 9 seconds for the period. Bouchard to McDavid, top of the right wing circle. To Nugent Hopkins. He'll fire. Actually, Draisaitl firing from the bottom of the right circle. Blocked. Draisaitl again. Shoots. It goes in the net, but the green light came on. The green light came on, and that should mean that the red light can't come on. The officials are going to confer. This puck went in the net just as the clock hit zeros, and the green light came on behind the Hawks net.
Man, this is going to be really close. Jeff Blashill on the Chicago bench was signaling no goal, so he seems to be relatively confident that this isn't going to count, but boy, this is awfully close. Draisaitl had the puck on his stick with 1.5 seconds left, and he shot it from the right side of the face-off circle. It found its way underneath Spencer Knight. Let's hear the call.
The previous play is under review to determine if the puck entered the net before the period ended.
Well, Charlie, they're taking a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Yeah, this isn't going to count. We're looking at the replay here.
Ooh, it was close. It was close.
After video review, it was determined that time expired before the puck crossed line. We have no goal.
All right, and that's the right call. It was close. Well, we got the look at the replay with the camera over the net. Now we're looking at it at our video board in front of us. We went down to 0.1, and I think they got the right call. Puck was right on top of the goal line, literally, as time expired.
Boy, that was closer than I thought.
Sure was. All right, no score after 20 minutes here in Edmonton. And shots on goal favoring the Oilers 12-6. They're going to open up the second period on the power play. They'll have 1 minute and 6 left in that. But, Charlie, I just feel like the fact that the Blackhawks are heading to the dressing rooms after the first period, scoreless, not down by a goal, but they were outshot by the Oilers, but they played them pretty evenly, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was a good road period by the Blackhawks. It felt like both teams were trading chances in that first period. Chicago had a few looks of its own, but I thought Burakovsky had a couple in the first period. Frank Nazar had a chance, and then I think on the very next shift or two, he hits the post that could have made it 1-0 Chicago. So nice to see that puck didn't go in, because we saw in Thursday's game in Winnipeg how that late period goal in the first period kind of deflated the sails, and so I think it's a win going into this period, 0-0.
I would totally agree. And no goals allowed in that first period. The Hawks maintain that position as one of the better teams in the league for not allowing first period goals. It just makes an awful lot of sense, because especially when you're on the road chasing the score, usually the math doesn't add up.
Yeah, and how about the penalty or the save by Spencer Knight on the penalty shot that on Vasily Podkolzin that kept this thing at 0-0 too. So really big performance in that first period by Spencer Knight. Some timely saves in the period.
All right, Jack Heinrich is standing by in Blackhawk Central. He's going to have a full intermission report, which is probably going to include a World Series update. And then we'll be back up here to northern Alberta, Edmonton to be precise, where the Hawks and Oilers are deadlocked, no score after 20 minutes. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Hey hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industrial-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Cold weather and hockey season go together hand in hand, but your home isn't a hockey rink, and you want it to be the perfect temperature no matter the season. With Mitsubishi electric heating and air conditioning mini split systems, you get the ultimate comfort and efficiency every time, even in those difficult to heat places in your home. Their units are designed to deliver consistent comfort where you need it most. Check out Mitsubishi electric heating and cooling mini split systems today at getacomfyhome.com.
You've heard Tom Fortino, principal and founder of the Alpha Wealth Group, for years here on WGN. We invite you to join him Sunday mornings at 7 for the Alpha Wealth Hour. He'll be talking about what's going on in the financial world and the 5 pillars of a complete retirement plan. How to build guaranteed income, tax efficiency, a smart investment plan you can stick to, asset protection, and estate planning. That's Sunday mornings at 7 for the Alpha Wealth Hour with Tom Fortino here on AM 720 WGN.
For breaking legal news on the hottest issues, tune into Legal Face Off on WGNradio.com, hosted by Rich Lenkoff and Tina Martini, and brought to you by McCorkle Litigation Services.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Jack Heinrich with your intermission update.
We are scoreless up in Edmonton between the Blackhawks and Oilers. And, man, the Hawks dodged one there at the end of the first period. Leon Draisaitl's goal or shot just doesn't cross the line as the clocks hit 00, and Blackhawks dodged one there to keep this game scoreless. So hopefully they can take advantage of that break and come out strong in the second period. But they're able to hang with the Oilers. There's not a lot going on. Pretty good pace of play between the two teams. Not a lot of whistles. And the Hawks hanging in there, like Charlie said, a good road period for Chicago. So nothing our score between Blackhawks and Oilers. Jack Heinrich filling in for Charlie Meliodas. We'll hear from Charlie in the next segment breaking down that first period. But let's look around the NHL. And it's a full slate here. 12 other games other than the Blackhawks game tonight. So let's get right to it. The Devils are leading the Kings 2-0 in LA in the second intermission. And then the Rangers are leading the Kraken 2-1 in the first intermission. The Blackhawks are in Seattle against the Kraken on Monday night. And then a bunch of final scores. This is one of the later games with the Blackhawks being in Edmonton. The Boston Bruins got a 2-1 win over the Carolina Hurricanes earlier today. The Jets got a 5-2 win over the Penguins. And the Nashville Predators got a 4-2 win over the Calgary Flames. Hawks will be in Calgary later next week on Friday. San Jose Sharks got a 3-2 win over the Avalanche. Philip Kurashev had the game winner for the Sharks. He also had another goal in that game, so a multi-goal effort for Kurashev, the former Blackhawk. It's his 5th goal of the season. The Panthers beat the Stars 4-3 in a shootout earlier today. And the Sabres also in a shootout get a 4-3 win over the Capitals. And then an overtime game in Montreal. The Canadiens get a 4-3 win over the Senators. And then Toronto Maple Leafs got a 5-2 win over the Flyers. And a scary moment as Maple Leafs' Chris Tanev was removed from the ice on a stretcher. In the third period, he collided with Philadelphia forward Matev Michkov in that third period. So hopefully Tanev is okay, but a scary moment there in Philadelphia between the Flyers and the Maple Leafs. The Blue Jackets got a 3-2 win over the Blues. And another final from earlier today, the Wild got a 5-2 win over the Canucks. Earlier today, 5-2 win for the Wild over the Canucks. Over in Rockford, they just went final. And they lost 4-2 to the Griffins, but Nick Lardis got a power play goal for Rockford. It's his 5th goal of the season, and on that, Oliver Moore got a secondary assist. So some young guys still playing well for Rockford down there, even though with the loss. I think they play again tomorrow night. Elsewhere in sports, World Series Game 7 going down to the wire. Blue Jays holding on to a 4-3 lead over the Dodgers. In the 8th inning, Bo Bichette hit a 3-run homer off Shohei Ohtani, gave the Blue Jays a 3-0 lead. The Dodgers have clawed back into it. Max Muncy just went deep to make it a 1-run game. College football, Illinois blows out Rutgers 35-13. Notre Dame beat Boston College 25-10. Number 1 Ohio State blew out Penn State 38-14. And number 2 Indiana just keeps rolling along, beating Maryland 55-10. And Minnesota beat Michigan State 23-20 in overtime. Over in the MLS playoffs, Philadelphia Union beat Fire FC 3-0 to sweep that first round series. The Fire season is over. And now it is time for the current odds, according to Circa Sports Illinois. Circa Sports Illinois, download your new bookie today at circasports.com. We're still waiting for the first goal in this one. The Blackhawks were plus 155, and the Oilers were minus 180. So nothing, our score between Blackhawks and Oilers. Bring in Charlie Meliodas to recap that first period. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, it's Spencer Knight. Catch Lisa Dent weekday afternoons at 2 on WGN Radio.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. I've seen a lot of stat sheets in my career, but when it comes to beer, these numbers jump off the page. Flight by Yuengling, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and brewed with crisp, refreshing flavor. That's not just light beer, it's light beer with game, and it's brewed by the oldest brewery in America. Bottom line, if you care about performance and taste, Flight by Yuengling brings both. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
In St. Pete, Clearwater, you can chill by the crystal clear Gulf.
And stroll downtown St. Pete's galleries and murals.
And hang with the locals at a fishing pier.
And escape to secluded white sand beaches.
Secluded, huh?
Yeah, and they're spectacular.
And then grab a sandwich at the grouper capital of the world.
And maybe a nightcap at a rooftop bar with sunset views.
Okay. In St. Pete, Clearwater, you'll find just what you're looking for.
And then some.
Your Florida escape begins at visitspc.com.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Hampton OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Hyundai's award-winning lineup of cars, SUVs, hybrids, and EVs put your safety first. With available class exclusive features like digital key and remote, smart parking assist, plus America's best warranty. See your local Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealer or visit HyundaiUSA.com today. We are scoreless in the after the first period here in the first intermission between the Blackhawks and Oilers. We'll head out to Edmonton and bring in Charlie Meliodas. And Charlie got scary there at the end, but the Hawks dodge one and keep this one scoreless going into the second.
Oh boy, that Leon Draisaitl shot! It looked in real time like it was going to be for sure late because he had the puck on his stick with like a second left, and so I didn't think it was possible for him to find a way to get that puck prior to the goal horn sounding, but it ended up being way closer than I thought. And so, yeah, the Hawks dodged a bullet there. Big kill big kill of the first 54 seconds in that first period. I know Edmonton's going to have a power play in like the 106 coming out of this first period, so that'll be a big opportunity for the Blackhawks to make sure they can kill that and get their second period started. But I thought overall it was a decent first period by the Blackhawks. It feels like both teams were trading chances a little bit, and Edmonton had a couple high quality scoring chances. I thought Spencer Knight was up to the task in that first period, but I didn't mind that first period by Chicago, even though the shots indicate 13-6 in favor of Edmonton.
Yeah, it was really getting up and down there. Not a lot of whistles between the two teams. That top line looked pretty good again too. Burakovsky had 3 shots on goal in that first period. They're still getting it done out there, those top 3.
Yeah, I've really liked that trio with Green, Bedard, Burakovsky together. Burakovsky had a scoring chance, I think it was early on in this game, and it just feels like Burakovsky is on the same wavelength as Bedard. Like, I think he thinks the game in a similar way, and it's why the two of them are I don't want to say flourishing together, but it's why they've had some really strong chemistry, especially as of late. And then Ryan Green has added a different element to that line where he's the one that's going to the dirty areas, and he's occasionally taking the face-offs on on the right side of the face-off circle. So I've really liked that trio, and I thought Bedard was noticeable in that first period as well. He had 3 shot attempts, all 3 of them missed the net, but I think he has that shooting type mentality in this game.
They had a nice feed from Burakovsky that went over the net, but that top 3 generated more chances. And Spencer Knight makes a really big save on that penalty shot that kind of helped. He got that stop, and it kind of helped the Hawks settle into that last penalty at the end.
Yeah, that was huge. The play, the way the play was developing was Matt Grzelcyk and Sam Rinzel were in front of their own blue line, and it looked like they tried to chop the play off to be a little bit aggressive, and the puck ended up getting behind both of them. And so Bedard was the first forward back, and he really had no choice but to try to impede the ability of Vasily Podkolzin getting a clean breakaway on it. And so he ends up committing the tripping penalty. I can't remember the last time we saw a penalty shot. It feels like it's rare in today's NHL. I know last year Frank Nazar had one and ended up converting at the United Center, but a huge save by Spencer Knight to keep this game at 0-0. And then, we mentioned the Hawks lucking out there at the end of the first period. So there were moments of opportunity where Edmonton could have taken the lead in this game, but Chicago was barely hanging on.
Yeah, what are you looking for from them in the second to try to take the lead here?
Yeah, first off, kill off the penalty, and then I think the second periods have not been great by the Blackhawks. So I'm going to say just keep the shifts short in the second period, and because if you get it out there and it's an extended shift and you're out there for a minute, and they're going to throw out Draisaitl or McDavid, and they will make you pay on tired legs. So keep the shifts to a minimum or keep the shifts short in the second period.
All right, sounds good. We'll talk after the second, Charlie.
All right, sounds good, Jack.
All right, we'll get you set up for that second period next. 0-0, Blackhawks and Oilers. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago hockey fans love a good power play. And when it comes to selling your house, you want a team you can trust.
That's why Jeff Buys Your House is your winning play. No repairs, no commissions, and you pick the closing date.
That's like skating on a clean sheet of ice, fast and smooth.
We're a local, veteran-owned company that's been helping Chicagoland homeowners since 2007.
Make the smart move and go for the win. Visit JeffBuysYourHouse.com for your no-obligation offer today.
Cooler temps means fall is here, and it's time to get ready for the Blackhawks and the Bulls, live on Chicago Sports Network. Visit subscribe.chsn.com to sign up for your free 7-day trial of their all-access plan, which gives you over 300 live games per year. Catch every basket and every goal from your mobile device, television, or wherever you want to watch. CHSN is your home for the Blackhawks and the Bulls all season long. Chicago Sports Network, your home stream advantage.
My friends at Access are the leaders in ADA general contracting since 1990. Access is dedicated to serving those with mobility challenges, from elevators and stair lifts to ramps, bathroom modifications, and more. Their personal, caring, friendly service team covers all of Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home or Zoom video mobility assessment with Access. Call 844-IL-LIFTS or visit allaboutaccess.com and tell them Lou sent you.
Up next, the second period. Here's Jack Heinrich with your recap.
Scoreless in Edmonton between the Blackhawks and Oilers. Leon Draisaitl's goal did not count. There were zeros on the clock. So the Blackhawks dodged one there, and they have to kill off a penalty here, and it's time for What's on Deck, sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com as we send it back out to Edmonton with John and Charlie. Time to kill off this penalty and hopefully break the scoreless tie here between the Hawks and the Oilers.
All right, thank you, Jack. We're back here in Edmonton. And you mentioned the power play that the Oilers are about to re-embark on, if you will. 106 left in that. I think it's imperative, Charlie, and this is kind of an understatement, but I think it's imperative for the Hawks to have a good kill here. I mean, you know, if possible, don't even let the Oilers gain the Hawks zone. Because when you see them set up as we did, you can really see what they do.
I agree, and it's a clean sheet of ice too, and so McDavid and Draisaitl, I imagine, are going to try to take advantage of this. Although I was watching Morning Skate this morning, John, and the Oilers power play, they were very lackadaisical in their power play earlier this morning. It almost feels like they're just trying to fast forward the schedule to March and April, but they are third in the league in power play percentage, and it's almost like they're just a game time team. They just when the game matters is when they perform. So we'll see what they got here in the final 106 of this power play.
Well, the second period starts off right for them as Draisaitl wins the draw. Here's McDavid catching the puck at his own blue line, winding up through center and in over the Hawk line. We get a whistle, and offside is the call against the Oil here. Now the whistle's going to be a little bit faint, I think, because, well, there's a large crowd. There's a lot of noise going on in the building.
So how about this? The second period has started, and they're keeping the Dodgers Blue Jays Game 7 on the because we're in the bottom of the eighth inning now. It's crunch time.
Jays have a runner at second. I'm not going to do any baseball play-by-play here, folks, because that's not what I get paid for. I'll leave that to Pat Hughes, best in the business, the Cubs broadcaster. Inside the Hawk zone, the Oilers get the puck. Here's Bouchard walking the blue line through the deep slot. Moves it now to Nugent Hopkins to Draisaitl, top of the right circle. He fired a shot. Well, it was blocked by Murphy, who stuck the puck ahead, and Teravainen will clear it down. 25 seconds left on the Oiler power play. Bouchard carrying to center ice on the left wing. Leaves the puck at the Oiler line. Draisaitl hands it off to McDavid coming by, and he is freight trained with a body check by Nazar and goes down. Meantime, there's a shot by Draisaitl from the right circle. He scores. It's a power play goal, and the Oilers take a 1-0 lead, and McDavid, he was late to get to the gathering of hockey players along the far boards. I mean, Frank Nazar really caught him. I don't know if McDavid had his head down, but I think that's the hardest that Connor McDavid has been hit in his career.
Boy, and I don't even think Frank Nazar was trying to line him up. He was just in the way of McDavid skating, and he just blows past everyone at such a high speed. And Nazar, because he got taken out by McDavid or vice versa, Nugent Hopkins found Leon Draisaitl at the right faceoff circle, and Draisaitl is the best in the business at that one-timer from the right faceoff circle, and Spencer Knight had no chance.
So for Draisaitl, that's his 9th on the season on the Oiler power play, and 1-0 in favor of the Oil as we rejoin the play. It's at center ice. Louis Crevier to the puck ahead of the Hawks blue line. Spins it ahead into the Oilers zone a few feet. Brett Kulak will fire it back through the air and down ice into the Hawks zone. Kaiser sends the puck behind the Hawk net to the near boards to Crevier. He'll slip it along the right side boards deep into the Oilers zone. And once again, Brett Kulak back to play it. Put it around, picked off by Bedard, left circle. And then he was surrounded by a couple of Oilers. Adam Henrique got the stick in there. Bedard got the puck back, top of the left wing circle, and tried to put one down toward the net for Green. But Savoie, the Oilers broke that up. Now Emberson in the near corner will backhand the puck up the left side boards deep into the Hawk zone. Wyatt Kaiser, being chased by Trent Frederick, kept the puck away from him and put it behind the net. Up the near side comes Burakovsky to center ice. To Kaiser over the Oiler line down the left wing side. Kaiser to the corner now. Back pass to Bertuzzi along the left side boards. Bertuzzi down to the corner. Flipped it around to Levshunov right point. Sent it down to Bertuzzi right wing corner. To Teravainen, back to Bertuzzi to Levshunov right point. Sends it left point Grzelcyk to Teravainen rolling through the high slot. He moves over and fires from the top of the left circle. That's blocked. And the Oilers were able to clear the zone as Isaac Howard carried to center ice, but Teravainen bumps the puck back into the Edmonton end. Hawks trying to get a line change here. Oilers get the puck. Nurse to center ice, left wing side. Strokes it down the glass, and this one deflects up into the protective netting and out of play. So we get a whistle, 17:33 left in period number 2. 1-0 Edmonton, and they'll bring the faceoff out to center ice.
So the Blackhawks have now given up the first goal in back-to-back games. They had scored the first goal in 8 of their first 10 games, and in those 8 games, the Hawks had a 5-2-1 record. But in the 3 that they haven't scored the first goal, the Hawks are 0-2-1. So not a great omen. Hawks are still searching for their first win of the season when allowing the first goal.
Sorry, Chair.
I was going to say, it's going to be crucial to get the next one to tie this game up.
They face it off over the center ice circle, and the Hawks get possession. Here's Connor Bedard, Hawk blue line. Fed it a hit on the left wing side. Mikheyev over the Oiler line to the half boards. Tried to stop and make a pass through to the slot. Picked off by Draisaitl, then taken back by Ilya Mikheyev at the Oiler blue line. Lost the puck to center ice, and Sam Rinzel will fire it down the boards deep into the Oiler end. There's Ekholm moving it around up the left wing side. Podkolzin. He shot the puck ahead to center ice. Bouchard leaves it into the Hawk zone for Draisaitl. He's chased out to center ice. You hear the crowd chanting here in Edmonton, "Let's go Blue Jays." Well, you tell me, are they into it, Char, or what?
I was going to say, the fans have one eye on the Jumbotron and one eye on the hockey game. No "Let's go Oilers" chance. It's "Let's go Blue Jays" before this game ends.
That's some national pride right there. Here's a shot now from Doc from the top of the left circle Oilers zone, and a blocker save made by Skinner. Ekholm snaps the puck around, not out. Kaiser at the right point, moves it over to the left circle. Donato fires, and that shot was up high and hit Skinner kind of in the shoulder. And he made an awkward save there and plopped on the puck to the right of the crease and held it. Faced off to his right.
All Blackhawks wins this season are sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
All right, Game 7 of the World Series has moved into the top of the 9th. There are no outs, and the Dodgers are at bat. And if the Blue Jays can get 3 more outs, they're going to celebrate in downtown Toronto and the Toronto metropolitan area, I might add. Inside the Oilers zone near corner, Nugent Hopkins passes up the left wing side. Nurse takes a bump as he sends the puck down ice into the Hawk zone. Here's Kaiser with it along the right side boards. Got tied up by Mangiapane, who put it back to Nurse. Nurse fired a shot that was blocked, and Colton Dock's stick breaks in the process. He is able to muscle the puck out to center ice, and then it's sent the rest of the way by Schlager. But here are the Oilers back the other way. Nurse down the left wing Hawk zone. Takes a pass from Mangiapane and fires, and that goes wide of the Hawk net. Now Foligno in the far corner. Lifts the puck behind the net here. Crevier in the near corner. Tried to angle it out of the zone. Held in by the Oilers' Mangiapane, who put the puck behind the Hawk net for McDavid. He was defended there by Matt Grzelcyk. The puck is cleared to center ice. That by Schlager. Taken back in the Oilers' zone.
If you didn't recognize by now, it's a strikeout. 2 more outs for the Blue Jays. John, they might have to pause this hockey game when they gets to 2 outs. Because it feels like half the bench is looking up at the screen, too. They might miss their shift if the coach is tapping you on the shoulder and you're like, "Coach, 1 sec, I'm trying to watch."
And the chant again. You know what? I think that the powers that be in the NHL would be okay with that, recognizing the moment. All right, we get back to the play in the Hawk zone in the near corner. Puck is pulled free by Savoie and then taken back by Ryan Green. Back to Savoie along the left side boards, put it to the slot. Frederick fires, and Spencer Knight down with a butterfly save will hold it. Whistle stops play. We'll get a face-off in the Hawk zone. And this should be in the circle to Spencer Knight's right. Boy, Frederick was wide open for that chance.
Another really big stop by Spencer Knight in the inner slot. There was no one in front of him. He honestly probably could have carried that puck in a little bit, but a grade A save by Spencer Knight, who's been really strong in the first 25 minutes of this game.
Nazar's going to face off for the Hawks. He'll be going up against Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl, a big horse and strong as an ox on draws, but Nazar beats him on the draw. To Vlasic near corner. Whips the puck behind the net. Teravainen moving up the left wing side. Shot the puck rink wide intended for Murphy, but it's over a stick into the Oilers zone. Matthias Ekholm there for Edmonton. Head to Draisaitl through center. Lost the puck off a poke check. Hawk line there by Teravainen, who whips it down the left wing boards to the corner in the Oiler end. Nazar is on it. Put it back up the boards. Picked off by the Oilers' Roslovic. And now twisting away in the far circle. He'll move the puck out to center ice to Draisaitl. German-born Draisaitl into the Hawk zone. Lost the puck in the slot, got it back, and then lost it again. Bertuzzi dives and flips the puck off the right boards and down into the Oilers zone. We're going to get icing here to the Hawks. That line out there for the Hawks is tired. They're all bending over with their sticks across their knees trying to get their wind back. This is a dangerous position for the Hawks.
Yep, and they're throwing out Connor McDavid to take this offensive zone draw with a tired Blackhawks group on the ice. It's going to come to the right of Spencer Knights. The Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric face-off for all the right reasons. Call 866-4-SEASONS.
And McDavid wins it cleanly to the left point to Nurse. He fires it in front, and that hit Nazar, who was fronting the net. And it then trickles into the crease, and Knight plops on it and holds on. And in between Nazar and Knight was Connor McDavid. But heads-up play there by Frank Nazar to take the bullet for the team.
Yeah, and the Hawks are going to get a much-needed line change. How about Ryan Green coming out here? He's been taking some of these defensive zone draws on the third line with Donato and Mikheyev. So Colton Dock has had a tough night.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
We got a tie score. One of the Dodgers just homered. Okay, try and keep you posted. And meanwhile, back here at center ice, Nugent Hopkins takes the puck away for the Oilers and flips it down behind the Hawk net. Ryan Green works it free to the near corner. Put a pass up the right wing, Ilya Mikheyev at center ice. He lost his footing and the puck into the Oilers zone. Wallman twisting between the circles. Takes a pass up the left side. Nugent Hopkins center ice. Got it ahead to McDavid over the Hawk line. Behind the back pass, Nugent Hopkins to the slot. He whips it back to the line. Nurse held it in there. Nurse being bothered by Ryan Donato. And then Mikheyev along the far boards tried to chip it out. Taken back by Nugent Hopkins in the corner. He flips it behind the Hawk net. Renzel took it back for the Hawks. Passing the puck ahead to Mikheyev, then to Donato in front of the Hawks bench, and he'll dump it down the boards and in behind the Oiler net. And McDavid on the fly back to pick it up. Here he comes racing up the right wing through center. Over the Hawk line, cuts back to the slot, and then a timely poke check by Grzelcyk. And then McDavid plays the puck back over the blue line to center ice. Emerson will move down with the puck into the far corner Oiler end. Passing it ahead at center ice to Howard. Howard then turns it over to the Hawks. Foligno down the right wing side, Hawk zone. Stopping on the half board, flips it down behind the net. And Colton Dock was submarined off the puck. And the whistle blows. Emerson, I believe, of the Oilers is going to go off. The Hawks are going to get a Citco power play. We'll have it for you when we return. 12:36 left in the second. It's the Oilers 1 and the Hawks no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
When you're betting and find yourself constantly thinking about gambling and you're losing more money than you have, are you really winning? If you're spending too much time with the slots or you can't stop betting on sports and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, maybe lying and probably losing more money than you can afford to lose, you're not alone and you can get help. It's available 24/7 and it's confidential. When your betting has gotten out of hand, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.areyoureallywinning.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services.
Labor unions are the backbone of our country. Unions protect members and help them lead healthier lives. That's why United Healthcare provides active and retired labor union members access to quality healthcare benefits. As a trusted resource, the dedicated team will help Taft-Hartley and multi-employer funds find the right combination of health benefits. Visit uhc.com/unions for more information. Quality healthcare coverage for labor unions. Insurance coverage provided by or through United Healthcare Insurance Company of Illinois or their affiliates. Administrative services provided by United Healthcare Services, Inc. or their affiliates.
Hey, this is Chris Chelios. Let's get back to Hawks hockey. Here's the boys.
Arler Meliodas and John Weideman, where the Dodgers and Blue Jays are knotted up at 4-4. The Oilers are up 1-0 on the Blackhawks here in Edmonton. And we got a Citgo power play coming up for the Blackhawks. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Citgo. Download the app now to start saving.
Emerson was sent off at 7:24 for tripping. Face-off circle to the left of Skinner. And Nazar on the draw. Had it pulled off of his stick. And back down to the corner. Puck is sent all the way down by Ekholm. Here Renzel behind the Hawk net. Carries it out up the left wing side. Drops the puck off Burakovsky. He'll race with the puck through center ice. Flips it in over the Oiler line. Down the left wing to Bertuzzi. Swats it behind the net. And it's spun back around by Bouchard, but not out. Held in by the Hawks. Here's Bedard at the right point now. Moving down the boards to the corner. Flips it back to the right point to Rinzel. He moves it to Burakovsky along the left boards to Rinzel. High slot, long shot was blocked in front of the net by Ekholm. And the puck is cleared down ice into the Hawk zone. That by Henrique. Down to 1:14 on the power play. Rinzel through center ice. Flips the puck to Bertuzzi, front of the benches. Back pass to Burakovsky. Catches it at the Hawk line. Carries into the Oilers zone. Hands it off to Nazar in the high slot. To the left wing corner, Bertuzzi. Swats it behind the net around to the right wing corner. And Bedard is there. Here's Bedard to the right half boards now. Bedard to the bottom of the right circle. Jams it in front. They score! It's Tyler Bertuzzi winning a battle for the puck. And he strokes it in behind Skinner. A power play goal ties the score at 1. Outstanding work by Tyler Bertuzzi and Connor Bedard.
Oh, what a pass by Connor Bedard. It was his edge work that helped make this play happen. And Tyler Bertuzzi posted up shot, and he gets down on one knee, chokes up on his stick, and it finds the back of the net. And Connor Bedard, after this goal, found the back of the net. He stared right into the glass and said some words to some Oilers fans that were sitting in the front row. And it is a tie game, 1-1. And with that, it's time to break out the Bandito, celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito Yankee Tequila.
So the goal at 8:32 of period number 2. Bertuzzi from Bedard. For Tyler Bertuzzi, his third goal in the season, second on the power play. We're tied at 1. Back inside the Oilers zone behind the net. Kulak put the puck into the far corner. And the Oilers were able to move out of their zone. Louis Crevier now to a loose puck in front of the penalty boxes. Will stick it down into the Oilers zone near corner. Emberson there, moving it ahead. Draisaitl up the left side. Goes rink wide with a pass to Roslovic. To Emberson, racing down the right wing to the corner Hawk zone. He runs out of room as Vlasic put him into the corner boards. Vlasic digs the puck free, spun it around, but it's held in by the Oilers. At the left point, Kulak to Podkolzin in the deep slot. Then down to the right wing half boards. Here's Draisaitl, and he got a little careless with the puck. Louis Crevier, all 6'8" of him, reaching around Draisaitl, and poke checks the puck all the way down in on the Oiler goaltender Skinner. Hawks get a line change. There's a pass by Kulak off his skates into the Hawk zone. Right in on goal. Knight swats it away to the near corner to Levshunov. He put the puck behind the net over to Vlasic. Lead pass for Bertuzzi into the Oilers zone. Broken up by McDavid, who backhands it to center ice. Picked off now at the Hawk line by Levshunov to Bertuzzi center ice. To Teravainen at the Oiler line on the left wing. To Nazar in the left wing corner. To Bertuzzi behind the net. Now the Levshunov right circle fires a shot, hit a skate in front. Taken back by Kaiser at the line. Put the puck into the right wing corner, but then is stroked out of there by Ekholm. Held in by Levshunov, but then cleared by the Oilers, and then Bouchard overskates the puck. Bertuzzi took it back. Finds Nazar over the Oiler line, right circle, sent it in on goal, and a stick save made by Skinner. Burakovsky claims the rebound along the left side boards near the point. Gave it at the blue line. Deep slot Kaiser. He'll walk down the slot and fire. Kick save is made by Skinner. And the rebound comes out to the right point. Teravainen put it down to the right wing boards. Levshunov to the front of the net. And then Nazar fires. Butterfly save made by Skinner. Oilers get the puck back. Here's a lead pass now by Ekholm ahead to the Hawk blue line. And there on the receiving end was Howard, but he had his stick lifted at the last second, lost the puck. McDavid from the left point now tries to center the puck, picked off by Green. Moving ahead, Burakovsky to center ice and over the Oiler blue line. Burakovsky feeds the slot. Bedard's got it, moves back to the left circle and fires, and a glove save made by Skinner. Outstanding save by Skinner. 9:06 left in period number 2 of a 1-1 game. We'll be back after we take this break. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Andre Burakovsky. Stay tuned. More Blackhawks hockey coming up.
Getting health insurance that fits your budget isn't easy.
At Get Covered Illinois, we are here to help.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
A place where health insurers compete for your business. A website where you can compare multiple health plans and pricing in one place.
And where you can connect to financial help and free in-person assistance.
Because you deserve insurance. GetCoveredIllinois.gov. We're here to help.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Chris Chelios. What are you sipping tonight? El Bandito Yankee is a new ultra-premium tequila that is 100% pure and natural with no additives. Just 100% blue agave. El Bandito Yankee Tequila is the most flavorful blue Weber agave in the world. Now available at Benny's, Mariano's, Jewel, and Woodman's. Go to elbanditoyankee.com to learn more about what makes us so damn good.
Hi, it's John from Simple Flooring. Got holiday guests coming and floors that could use a little love? Don't worry. We can fix that and make it simple. We can bring floor samples to you, help you pick the perfect style, and handle everything. Moving the furniture, old floor removal, installation, and cleanup. Book before the end of November and save an extra 10%. Be thankful for new floors and a little extra cash. Visit simpleflooring.com. That's simpleflooring.com. Flooring made simple.
Before and after every Bears game, tune into Happen OB right here on 720 WGN.
It's go time.
Sponsored by your local Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, official truck partner of the Chicago Bears.
Charlie Romeliotis and John Weideman here in Edmonton. Hawks and Oilers tied 1-1. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Flight by Yingling. Crisp, refreshing, only 95 calories. Flight, the next generation of light beer.
Well, face-off circle to the right of Skinner. And the draw won by the Oilers. Burakovsky now checks Wallman behind the Oiler net. Bedard got the puck. Put it out to Rinzel, right point. Sends it left point now, Matt Grzelcyk. He'll flip it down to Green in the left wing corner. Green carrying up the board, sends it back to Rinzel. The blue line deep slot, firing a shot, and that was blocked by Henrique. Hawks get it back, however. Burakovsky left wing circle to Grzelcyk, left point to Rinzel. Closing in, he'll fire, and a kick save made by Skinner. Emerson clears the rebound out to center ice. Taken back by the Hawks at center ice. Here's Green to Burakovsky over the Oiler line, right point to Bedard. To Rinzel, right point. Down to Burakovsky, right wing corner. He shanks a pass away. And this is taken back by Philp. Then he gave it away. Here's Bedard walking the puck into the crease and firing, and Skinner got a pad on it. Henrique along the left boards. Banks it ahead to center ice. Alex Vlasic back to take the puck Hawk line. Head to Bedard. To Doc over the Oiler line. The stick lifted. Puck taken away and cleared down ice into the Hawk zone by Philp. Oilers on a line change. Here's Rinzel passing it ahead to Slaggert over the Oiler blue line near the right point. Tried to go between his feet with a pass, picked off by the Oilers, taken back by Slaggert. Down the right wing into the Oilers zone, pulls up in the circle, and then lost the puck, and the Oilers will take it back. Nugent Hopkins at center ice, spins it to Mangiapane along the left boards to McDavid, left wing corner, put it into the high slot Emberson. Now at the line, here's Kulak, carrying over to the right wing side. And he hands it off. Now a long shot from the line, kicked out of there by Knight. That came off the stick of McDavid. In the far corner, Foligno digs the puck out. Moves it up the left side. Doc will go rink wide with a pass to Crevier, who fires the puck down the right side boards into the Oilers zone. Doc catches it in the left wing corner. Doc got his stick tied up, but put the puck to the end boards. Foligno. He lost it back into the corner. The Oilers take it back. And they'll come out of their end. 3-on-2. Kulak with a pass ahead for McDavid. He was already in the Hawk zone. Puck sails by, and the Hawks will get it back. Kaiser, Hawk line, passing it ahead now to Mikheyev at the Oiler line, and he'll deflect the puck down the right sideboards and in behind the net. Matthias Ekholm there to spirit away up the far side to Bouchard. Clearing to center ice to Draisaitl. Puck taken back by the Hawks. Teravainen steps into the Oilers' own right point. Gave it to Murphy. Breaks his stick on a drive. Puck tumbles in front of the net. And Donato tried to redirect it on goal. Puck ends up in behind the net. Donato got it there. To Mikheyev, left corner. Put it out to the left point. Kaiser. Back to Ilya Mikheyev. Carrying through the high slot. Mikheyev put it down. Right wing circle. Teravainen there. Teravainen lofts it in front with a backhand. It goes all the way through to the far boards. And Vasily Podkolzin will carry out. Runs into Kaiser, but got the puck into the Hawk zone to Roslovic down to the right wing corner. He is met by Levshinov, put the puck behind the net up the near side, and then Teravainen tried to clear it out. Ekholm picked it off at the blue line and shot one over the Hawk net off the glass. Ekholm got it back, high slot, leaving it there to Bouchard. And good play there by Teravainen to poke check it off of Bouchard, sticking down into the Edmonton zone. This will enable a line change for the Hawks.
Yeah, much needed line change here for the Donato, Teravainen, Mikheyev line. They were out there for more than a minute, and Teravainen didn't have anything left in the gas tank, or else he would have been able to create some sort of a half-mini breakaway.
Peter McDougall, one of the game referees, was just on the receiving end of an Oiler dump-in. Darnell Nurse, I believe, drove it off of McDougall, who went down in a heap. He's back on his feet, though. And then a shot from the line was turned out of there by Spencer Knight. That came off the stick of the Oilers' Isaac Howard. Here's Levshinov moving up the left wing to the Hawk blue line. Put a backhander through the air into the glove of Nazar. He's in over the Oiler line. Nazar along the left boards, leaving the puck for Colton Dock in the corner. He and Noah Philp battle, and Philp takes the puck behind the Oiler net and drops it off, and the Oilers will get it back. Wallman with a pass ahead, misses his teammate and goes all the way down, and icing's going to be the call now against the Oilers. We're down to 5:06 left in the second period of a 1-1 game. Crowd still buzzing because they're showing the World Series on a panel of the Rogers Place video board.
I thought they were cheering because of the hit that was laid on Colton Dock, and I thought to myself that wasn't really a big hit enough to warrant some cheers, and then I look up at the video board and I see that there are 2 men on base, so that was the real reason that the cheers were happening in the background.
You're going to get a pitching change for the Dodgers. Meanwhile, back at the game, face-off circle to the left of Skinner.
Hey,
baseball play.
They can't help it. They have a split screen on the video board. If they didn't have that, we wouldn't be providing an update, but it almost feels like it's part of the night now, though.
But I'm kind of glad that they are, Charlie, because otherwise we'd be checking our phones, and what a distraction that can be. McDavid put the puck in front. Here's Renzel with a shot over the net. Banks around to the left point. Vlasic there. To Burakovsky, left wing half boards. Put the puck through his feet to himself to the left wing corner. Gave it to Green back of the net. Banks the puck to the right point. Renzel will fire, and that deflects wide off of Burakovsky's stick. Bedard recovers left point now to Renzel. In the deep slot to Bedard. Right circle, a toe drag and a shot off the end of the glove of Skinner. Vlasic to the left wing boards. Takes the puck back. Spins it around. Bedard along the right boards. To Burakovsky in the right wing corner. He's bear hugged into the boards and off the puck. And the puck now cleared by Nurse down ice into the Hawk zone. Not far enough for icing, but far enough for the Oilers to get a line change.
A couple good looks by Sam Renzel on that shift on the first shot that sailed over the net. Nearly took off Connor Bedard's head, who was behind the goal line. And it went around the boards.
Well, McDavid hands the puck off at the Hawk line to Draisaitl, who made a behind-the-back pass that was poked out to center ice. Puck is dumped down the boards by Ekholm into the Hawk end. Taken back by the Oilers. And now nearly turned over. Ekholm got it back at the left point. Spins it down behind the net. McDavid there. Walks around, tried to wrap around, and he was tripped down to the ice. And Colton Dock is going to go off. Oilers will get a power play when we return. We're down to 3:44 left in the second. 1-1 is the score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, this is Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Do you have a plumbing emergency? Call Four Seasons. An electrical emergency? Call Four Seasons. A heating or cooling emergency? Call Four Seasons. Same-day hot water tank installation needed? Call Four Seasons. Need a whole home generator? Call Four Seasons. We guarantee same-day installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. And no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays.
For all the right reasons, call it 664 Seasons.
Hey, listen up, Chicago. When you're looking for replacement windows and doors, don't put your trust in a company. Put it in a family.
Next Door and Window is local and family owned. We've been serving Chicago homeowners for over 23 years. Right now, get 50% off installation and 0 interest and 0 payments for 12 months.
So when you're looking for window and door experts you can trust, call 844-600-NEXT or visit nextwindow.com today.
We are right next door.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Connor Murphy. Break's over, back to the guys.
Looking for the ultimate night out? Bring your squad to a Blackhawks game at the United Center for an experience you won't find anywhere else. Whether it's birthdays, office outings, family gatherings, or just a much-deserved night out, nothing beats the energy in the United Center. Group ticket packages are available at blackhawks.com/groups.
Well, if you haven't been paying attention to the World Series, let me tell you that the bases are loaded in the bottom of the ninth with 1 out, and any kind of a misplay by the Dodgers, and the Blue Jays will be World Series champions. Wild pitch, pass ball. We'll have to see. Right now, the Oilers have a power play. McDavid on the left wing corner, charges out along the goal line to the net and fires, and Spencer Knight is down with a butterfly save and holds on to it there. dangerous play. The Blackhawks were all defending everybody but Connor McDavid. And he had lots of room coming out of that left wing corner. But Spencer Knight held the post and made the save.
You know, one thing watching the Oilers in morning skate work on their power play, they just provide so many different looks. Draisaitl was in the bumper on the right face-off circle. McDavid is all over the ice. They just give you so many different looks that it's really hard to defend.
Nugent Hopkins, top of the left circle, whips it over to Draisaitl, top of the right. Put it down to the corner for McDavid. He lost the puck clumsily, and it's punched down ice there by Frank Nazar, who'll now head to the bench. 1:34 on the Oiler power play. Evan Bouchard out to center ice. Drops the puck back into the Oilers zone to the oncoming Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Head to McDavid over the line along the left boards. To the line now. Bouchard back to McDavid, top of the left circle. To Nugent-Hopkins now behind the net. Fed it up the slot. Here's McDavid with a shot from the bottom of the left circle. And that's turned out of there by Knight. Looked like it might have hit him in the headgear. Down to 1:10 on the power play. McDavid, bottom of the left circle, tried to put it across. Teravainen got a stick in there, knocking it away, but the Oilers recover. Bouchard grabs the puck at the right point, moves into the high slot, giving to McDavid, left circle. He put it on goal, they score. It's going to be Jack Roslovic's goal. He redirects it, a David pass in behind Spencer Knight, and the Oilers lead 2-1. The goal at 17-17 of period number 2.
Boy, what a pass from Connor McDavid. It looked like it went through the legs of Connor Murphy. And Jack Roslovic, all he needed to do was put his stick on the ice, taps it in for the goal, and Edmonton is back up 2-1. I thought, John, Edmonton was going to score simultaneously to the Blue Jays potentially walking it off in this 9th inning, because that would have made for a crazy scene here in Edmonton.
For Jack Roslovic, that's his second goal on the season, his first power play goal as an Oiler. From McDavid, 17-17. At the Oiler line, right point now. Bedard to Levshunov, to Bedard in the high slot. Back to Levshunov, right point. Moving down, gave it over to Bedard, top of the left circle. Tried to fire it back across the rink. This deflects out to center ice. Levshunov now back in the Hawk zone, being chased by Mangiapane in the corner. Turns and flings it up the right boards. The Jays get it back. And Podkolzin fires from the left circle. Turned out of there by Knight. And the puck taken back by the Hawks. Ryan Green to center ice. He'll flip it down into the Oilers zone to the left wing corner. And it's taken by Burakovsky, who winds it behind the net up the near side. John, into the Hawk zone.
John, there's no one paying attention to the Blackhawks Oilers right now. There was a play at home with bases loaded, and the fans thought that the Jays just won it on the World Series. There's a video review going on, but my goodness, felt like the Oilers just scored right there.
Here's Slager to a loose puck. Oilers zone, put it in front of the net. Poked on goal by Donato. Turned out of there by Skinner with the stick. And the other way come the Oilers again. And McDavid dumps it into the right wing corner Hawk zone. Sam Rinzel got to the puck. Wheeling behind the net. Now he's outnumbered by a couple of Oilers in the far corner. Slaggert strips the puck away from Frederick, but the Hawks turn it over. McDavid in front, sweeps it in on goal. Stick save made by Knight. Puck trickles below the goal line. Grzelcyk battling in behind the net. Had it knocked off his stick around to the left point. A shot from Ekholm goes wide. And now the Hawks get it back. Donato carrying up the left wing to center ice, front of the benches. He'll drive the puck down the boards and in behind the Oiler net. And it's taken back by Ekholm. It was a forced play at home plate, Charlie. I think that's what happened. Now pass ahead from Ekholm to McDavid into the Hawk zone to the left wing corner. And Bertuzzi took the puck away, moves it out to center ice. The Oilers take it back. Emerson sweeping it back into the Oilers zone to Kulak. Here's Brett Kulak now beside his net. Banks it behind over to Emberson, far corner. Up the right wing to Draisaitl. Hands it off to Emberson coming by over the Hawk blue line. Put it down to the corner to Lazar. And Lazar thrown off stride in behind the net. Bertuzzi swipes the puck away but not out. And from the line, Roslovic long shot. Turned out of there by Knight. Rebound shot in front of the net and wide. And now here's Nazar to center ice, right wing side. Lifts the puck down into the Oilers zone to the left wing corner. And this ends up in behind the net. Ty Emberson's got it there as the teams make line changes. And the period comes to an end. This is insanity. This is just insanity. Trying to concentrate on this call of this game with the obvious distraction of the World Series and all these fans plugged into it as well. Hawks fans, I hope you're enjoying the night. Right now it's 2-1 Edmonton after 2 periods of play.
Well, as that second period was coming to an end, so sorry we're breaking this down, but the Blue Jays have bases loaded, 2 outs, and the ball just got sent to the warning track, and it looked like the 2 Dodgers outfielders were going to collide, and they caught it to end the inning. We're going to extras.
God.
I will say, John, this intermission is coming at a perfect time.
Yeah, I think so. You think?
I think everyone in the building is ready to just turn their attention to the 10th inning.
All right. Well, the shots on goal favoring the Oilers as well, 24-16. 2-1 is the score. The Hawks did get a goal in period number 2. It was a power play goal from Tyler Bertuzzi from Connor Bedard's assist. That happened at 8:32, but just a little while ago at 17-17. The Oilers forged ahead on a Jack Roslovic power play goal from McDavid. 2-1 is where she stands. We're going to send it off to Jack Heinrich back in Blackhawk Central. He'll have a full intermission report, followed by third period action. This one's close too, folks. Don't go away. There's a lot of hockey left to be played.
Yes, we will continue to provide updates both on our game and the World Series.
Yeah.
You don't have to go anywhere. You're going to get all of it right here.
At some point, you're going to find out something. I don't know, so stick around. All right, 2-1 Oilers after 2. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
We all want to stay on top of your game, your job, on top of your housework and homework. And after all you've been through lately, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois is here to help you stay on top of your health. But for all of us to stay on top, we have to stop cancer from spreading, stop the increased cases of diabetes, put a stop to hypertension and mental illness in our communities, and get our children vaccinated to stop the spread of other diseases. Blue Cross wants to cover you in care so you can take back the overall health of you and your loved ones. From preventive cancer screenings to proper control of diabetes, high blood pressure and behavioral health management, to prenatal care and child immunizations, Blue Cross and Blue Shield is by your side, reminding you now more than ever, preventive care is imperative care. Find out all the ways you can stay on top of your health at bcbsil.com. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Lease the Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month or get 0% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end November 3rd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
With 100 years on the ice, the Blackhawks know what it takes to build a legacy. Since 1936, Culligan is proudly called Chicago home, delivering high-quality water solutions to build a legacy of trust, innovation, and service. As the Blackhawks' official water provider, Culligan gives you cleaner, safer, better-tasting water at home, at work, and while you sing when the Hawks score a goal. Global leaders with hometown heart, Culligan understands that taking better care of water means taking better care of you, your home, and the world around you. Culligan, water you love.
Hey Blackhawks fans, here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up.
Time for a break. It's intermission time. That's a wrap. Here's Jack Heinrich with your intermission update.
2-1, the Oilers leading the Blackhawks, even though in Edmonton it seems like the crowd's not paying attention to the game at all with the World Series going on. Crazy night in sports. Game 7 in the 10th inning, now tied at 4 between Dodgers and Blue Jays. Of course, with Edmonton being in Canada, they're very locked in on that. But we're locked into the Hawks and everything else in sports here on the intermission report. 2-1, the Oilers leading the Blackhawks, outshooting the Blackhawks 24-16, and 2 power play goals for Edmonton in that second period. The Hawks were able to get a goal on a power play of their own, a really nice pass from Connor Bedard to Tyler Bertuzzi, but Edmonton got another late power play, and when they get on the power play, they're tough to stop. So a couple goals, and hopefully the Hawks can keep out of the penalty box and try to even this one up. Now it's time to take a look at tonight's window of opportunity, sponsored by the state's official health insurance marketplace, Get Covered Illinois. We're going to go with Spencer Knight's save on that penalty shot. Connor Bedard interfered there on that penalty shot. They awarded one, and Spencer Knight came up with a really big save on it. So that was our window of opportunity, and Spencer Knight took advantage of that, stopping it and getting a big stop for the Hawks in that first period. Now's your opportunity to find health insurance that fits your budget at getcoveredillinois.gov. Open enrollment ends January 15th. We'll look around the NHL. Only one other game in progress right now, and it involves the Hawks' next opponent, the Seattle Kraken. They're tied at 2 with the Rangers very late in the second period. Every other game is final. There were 12 other games in the NHL, so let's get right to it. Over in Boston, the Bruins get a 2-1 win over the Carolina Hurricanes. The Winnipeg Jets, who the Blackhawks just faced in Winnipeg, get a home win over the Penguins 5-2. Nashville Predators 4-2 winners over the Calgary Flames. And a final in overtime for the Sharks, get a 3-2 win over the Avalanche. Philip Kurashev had 2 goals for the Sharks, including the game winner. So San Jose gets a win at home against Colorado. Another shootout game. The Panthers get a 4-3 win over the Stars. And this is the other shootout game. The Sabres get a 4-3 win over the Capitals. In overtime, the Canadiens beat the Senators 4-3. And then over in Philadelphia, a 5-2 win for the Maple Leafs over the Flyers. But scary situation with Chris Tanev of the Maple Leafs being removed from the ice on a stretcher in the third period. He collided with Matev Michkov of the Flyers. So scary situation. Hopefully Tanev is okay. But the Maple Leafs get a 5-2 win in that one. Blue Jackets 3-2 over the Blues. They get a home win. The Wild got a 5-2 win over Vancouver. And then the Devils get a 4-1 win in LA, traveling across country over the Kings. Elsewhere in sports, Game 7 of the World Series. In the 10th inning, tied up at 4, Miguel Rojas for the Dodgers hit a solo home run in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out to tie up the game. Blue Jays did have the bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th, but Yoshinobu Yamamoto, yesterday's starting pitcher, came in and was able to get out of the jam, and it's still tied at 4, top of the 10th up in Toronto. College football scores from earlier today. Illinois blows out Rutgers 35-13. Notre Dame beat Boston College 25-10. Number 1 Ohio State blows out Penn State 38-14. Number 2 Indiana just keeps rolling along, beats Maryland 55-10. Minnesota beats Michigan State 23-20 in overtime. Over in Major League Soccer playoffs, tough way to end the season for Chicago Fire FC, losing 3-0 to the Philadelphia Union. They sweep that first round series. Over in Edmonton, it is 2-1 Oilers over the Blackhawks. We'll bring in Charlie Meliodas to break down that second period. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Connor Bedard. You're listening to WGN Radio, the only place for Blackhawks hockey.
In St. Pete, Clearwater, you can chill by the crystal clear Gulf.
And stroll downtown St. Pete's galleries and murals.
And hang with the locals at a fishing pier.
And escape to secluded white sand beaches.
Secluded, huh?
Yeah, and they're spectacular.
And then grab a sandwich at the Grouper capital of the world.
And maybe a nightcap at a rooftop bar with sunset views.
Okay. In St. Pete, Clearwater, you'll find just what you're looking for.
And then some.
Your Florida escape begins at visitspc.com.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. You know, I played in an era that was tough, gritty, old school. But I got major respect for the next generation of hockey. The speed, the skill, the precision. That's what I see in Flight by Yuengling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, clean, crisp, real beer flavor without the heaviness. This is the light beer that keeps up with the modern game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
You've heard Tom Fortino, principal and founder of the Alpha Wealth Group, for years here on WGN. We invite you to join him Sunday mornings at 7 for the Alpha Wealth Hour. He'll be talking about what's going on in the financial world and the 5 pillars of a complete retirement plan. How to build guaranteed income, tax efficiency, a smart investment plan you can stick to, asset protection, and estate planning. That's Sunday mornings at 7 for the Alpha Wealth Hour with Tom Fortino here on AM 720 WGN.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Back here in the second intermission, Jack Heinrich filling in for Charlie Romeliotis. 2-1 Oilers leading the Blackhawks as we head out to Rogers Place in Edmonton and bring in Charlie. There is a hockey game going on there, but the crowd seems to be pretty invested in the baseball game, huh?
So they are currently they currently have it on full screen here, and it's on surround sound. So they have totally
I can hear it.
Whatever intermission reports that they have here in Edmonton have gone out the window, and so it's funny. It feels like, especially late in that second period when it was bases loaded, ninth inning, there were more fans that were watching the game on the video board than there were this Blackhawks game. But I can assure you, Jack, I was watching both. I was able to do both
because you're a true pro. You got to be able to multitask.
Although if there was an Edmonton Oilers goal that happened when the play happened where he got thrown out at home, I probably would not have been able to break down that specific play leading to the Oilers goal or the Blackhawks goal because I was not paying attention in that 10-second window.
I don't think a lot of people were, so I think you would have been okay. For the Blackhawks there, I mean, they were able to get that next goal after the power play goal, but they get two penalties there, and the Oilers are able to capitalize. And when you have a team like Edmonton and they get a power play, they're tough to stop.
Yeah, it was one of the keys of the game that we had at the top of the broadcast. Just stay out of the penalty box because Edmonton is third in the NHL in power play percentage. But just specifically with Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, I mean, when they get to a 5-on-4 advantage, it's almost like a guaranteed goal. Like they're going to get at least one power play goal in a game. And so I thought in the first one, in that second period, they scored 54 seconds in, and then the last one came in the final 3 minutes. So it was like they got an early goal in the second, and then they got a late one in the second. So if you're Chicago, you try to get an early one in the third period to tilt the momentum back. But I didn't. That was a solid second period for the Blackhawks at even strength, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, when they were out of the box and playing them full strength, they played pretty well. It's just those penalties have kind of killed them. On their power play, the Hawks look pretty good. I mean, it's Bedard and Burakovsky again. I'm looking at some of the stats, and they're at the top in the chances for. So,
can you guess what you think just happened?
I'm assuming it's a double play.
Close. Mookie Betts just got thrown out at home, so we're down to 2 outs.
I can't hear that, but that top line and those two on the power play, Burakovsky and Bedard specifically, have done really well again in this game.
There have been few games this year where I've left the Blackhawks game and I've thought, I didn't really notice Connor Bedard today. Like he's been everywhere, and even in this game, he's probably been the best forward that the Blackhawks have going. He had 3 shot attempts in the first period. All 3 of them missed the net. He had 3 shot attempts in the second period, and all 3 of them were shots on goal. So I thought he was really noticeable. And then, of course, him setting up the power play goal on Tyler Bertuzzi. So all 3 goals in this game have come on the power play. So clearly, this is going to be a game where you have to capitalize on special teams if you want to win this game.
And I like Bedard talking a little trash to the front row. I saw on that zoomed in replay on CHSN, Bertuzzi smiled when he saw that. So I like Bedard coming out of his shell here in the media, on the ice, everywhere.
Boy, he's not taking any you-know-what from any of the,
That's right.
opponents, but also it doesn't seem like he's going to take that from the fans either. And if you didn't guess it, the inning has ended. I'm sorry, am I ahead of you over there?
Oh, yeah. It's like 30 seconds behind the TV I have in here.
All right, I feel like we're spoiling it for you guys talking about it.
Well, it's not you, it's everybody else around. So we just hear the crowd.
Well, it's hard to ignore when you hear collective cheers. Just like, all right, I'm just going to pretend like we didn't hear that. But, yeah, no. So big third period coming up here for the Blackhawks. I know was talking earlier, the Hawks don't have a win yet this season. They're 0-1 in the 3 games that they haven't scored the first goal. So hopefully Chicago can get the next one here in the third period and make this a hockey game.
Yeah, they've played pretty well besides the penalty kill where they get up to 2 goals. So hopefully they can tighten it up a little bit, and I'm sure Nick Foligno and Jeff Blashill are getting the guys ready in that locker room for this third period. A nice opportunity for this young team. All right, Charlie, we'll talk after the game and after the World Series game.
I was going to say, which game? We'll talk after both.
We can break down both. You know I like baseball.
We'll do both. We'll talk after.
Yeah. All right, Charlie. All right, 2-1 our score. Oilers leading the Blackhawks. We'll get you set for the third period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Chicago fans, when the game's on the line, there's no time to waste.
Same goes for selling your house. At Jeff Buys Your House, we make it fast, easy, and stress-free.
No drawn-out showings, no waiting for months on the market.
Just a fair cash offer from a veteran-owned company that puts people first.
Don't let the clock run out. Choose the trusted source. Visit JeffBuysYourHouse.com and score your easy offer today.
Imagine having your skull detached from your spine to save you from paralysis. When Phil came to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, his spine was digging into his brainstem. After feeling unsure about his first hospital, he sought out our team's expertise and drove 14 hours for our care. We developed a comprehensive plan to rebuild his spine and made him feel at ease every step of the way.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is pioneering treatments for tough neurological conditions. During surgery, Phil's team detached his skull and removed the top of his spine. They then rebuilt his spine using rods and screws. This innovative procedure put him back on his feet in days instead of weeks.
As Phil's nurse, I'm proud to be part of the world-renowned team that's giving so many people a new lease on life.
Northwestern Medicine. What makes us better makes you better.
The future of business is being built in LaGrange Park. Entrepreneurs benefit from powerful incentives, including property acquisition assistance, build-out support, facade upgrades, and access to 2 TIF districts and 4 business development districts. Combined with a prime location just minutes from Chicago, the opportunity is undeniable. From local reinvestment to strong community support, LaGrange Park is shaping a vibrant marketplace for tomorrow's businesses. Ready to grow? Visit LaGrangePark.org today. That's LaGrangePark.org. LaGrange Park. Invest in tomorrow today.
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Happen OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
It's the final 20. The third period's just ahead. Here's Jack Heinrich with your recap.
2-1, Oilers lead the Blackhawks. It's time for What's on Deck, sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Stay out of the penalty box for the Blackhawks. Tie this one up and hopefully get the game winner. Here's the third period with John Weideman and Charlie Romeliotis.
All right, thank you very much, Jack. I really appreciate that. And you're absolutely right. Stay out of the penalty box is correct. I mean, a low number of penalties for the Blackhawks, Charlie. They've only taken 2. But the Oilers have capitalized on both power plays.
Yeah, it's almost like too many against this Edmonton Oilers team because of McDavid and Draisaitl. And just every single game, it feels like when they get a power play, they're going to score at some point in the game, no matter how many you give them, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
and they're going to take advantage. But all 3 of these teams, or all 3 goals in this game, have been scored on the power play. So the Hawks capitalize on their chance. So hopefully, if they get another one here in the third, they can do the same.
So the second period is by the boards, and the Blackhawks finished the second period even as far as goals are concerned, but they still trail in the game 2-1, so we'll see what the third period brings. One of the writers here, I won't say his name, told me that the Oilers are a 40-minute team. He said so far this year they're a 40-minute team. So have we seen their 40 minutes where they play effectively for 40 minutes, or does that come here in the third period? I guess we're going to find out right now. Face-off to start the third is won by the Oil. Ekholm from his blue line tosses the puck through the air and all the way down, and icing is the call now against Edmonton. We're 9 seconds into the period. Face-off comes down circle to Skinner's left.
This face-off is the Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric face-off for all the right reasons. Call 866-4-SEASONS.
And it's going to be McDavid facing off against Frank Nazar. Nazar wins the draw. Teravainen fires from the right circle, in and out of the glove of Skinner. And now the puck battle for Teravainen took it back at the bottom of the right circle. Tosses the puck in front of the Oiler net to the near corner. Bertuzzi swats it to the left point to Vlasic. Sent it over to Teravainen along the right side boards. He became entangled with Bouchard. Lost his stick and the puck. And now Crevier to a rolling puck at the Oiler blue line. Bats it into the Oiler zone a few feet. Bouchard moves it ahead of the Hawk line, and Bedard and Bertuzzi collide there. The puck comes free, and now Vlasic's got it. We get a whistle stopping play. A hooking call is going to be made here. And let's see who the guilty party is. This is going to be Connor Bedard getting the 8.
Chicago, number 98, 2-minute minor. Okay.
So Connor Bedard sits it out 2. Hooking the call. The very thing we talked about, Char.
Yep, and I think Connor knew it right away. He kind of put his gloves up in the air like, I didn't mean to do that, but it doesn't matter if you meant it or not. It's a penalty, and the Oilers are going on the power play, and they are 2 for 2 tonight, and hopefully Chicago can prevent them from going 3 for 3.
Face-off circle to Knight's right. Ryan Green to face off, loses the draw. Oilers get it. Bouchard in the high slot to Nugent Hopkins, top of the left circle. Put it down to McDavid beside the net. He tried to center the puck, picked off by the Hawks, and Ilya Mikheyev will strike it all the way down. Bouchard back to get the puck in the Oilers zone. Will carry it ahead to center ice, front of the benches. Drops it behind himself to Draisaitl. Picks up the puck at the Oiler blue line. Hands it ahead to McDavid to Draisaitl over the Hawk line on the right wing. Put it out to the right point. Bouchard. Now Bouchard at the line in the deep slot to Nugent Hopkins, left circle. Strokes it across to the right circle. Draisaitl leaves it for McDavid to Draisaitl in the high slot. Put it over to Bouchard, left circle. Louis Crevier stepping in with a sliding poke check, knocks it in. And here's Mikheyev with a shorthanded breakaway over the Oiler line, down the slot and shoots. And down with a butterfly save is Skinner. We're going to say that a lot this season, I think, if Ilya Mikheyev can just stay healthy. A shorthanded breakaway. Meanwhile, here is McDavid into the Hawk zone. To Nugent Hopkins, left circle. To Bouchard, left point. Now to McDavid, left circle. And Nugent Hopkins back of the net. Now to McDavid in the right wing corner. Here's McDavid behind the net again. Crevier reaching him with a poke check. Got it free to Nazar. He'll clear the puck up the right side and down.
Good early kill here for the Blackhawks. 40 seconds left on the Bedard penalty. What a chance by Ilya Mikheyev. That's exactly what they missed when he was out of the lineup for the last couple games with the upper body injury, is just his speed and the threat, particularly on the penalty kill.
Second unit on for the Oilers. Henrique hands the puck ahead. Howard will stick it down behind the net, rides around to the left point. Jake Wallman there to Howard, top of the right circle. Leaving it in the high slot, Jake Wallman firing it toward the net. Hit one of the Oilers there. Puck wedged out of there by Renzel. Taken back by the Oilers. Here's Wallman. Put it top of the right circle. Howard will turn and fire. And that hit, I believe, hit Vlasic. Ends up in the far corner. Nick Foligno jockeys the puck wide of an Oiler player. Lost it. Taken back by the Oilers. And Howard will fire it in from the top of the left circle. That's into the glove of Spencer Knight. So whistle stops play. And now the Hawks are back to full strength.
Blackhawks are back to full strength, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics, on a relentless pursuit of better medicine. Hopefully that Blackhawks penalty kill will propel them in this third period. The first unit of Edmonton usually stays out there for close to the full 2 minutes, but after a minute and a half, they got off the ice, and a big kill by Chicago.
Trent Frederick of the Oilers facing off against Connor Bedard. Circle to the right of Knight. Drop of the puck. Frederick wins it. And now Podkolzin near the left point. Hit by Bedard. Put the puck down to the corner. Cleared away by Grzelcyk up the right wing to center ice. And Podkolzin took it back front of the benches, then turned it over. But then Noah Philp took the puck back at the Oiler blue line. Put it back into the Edmonton zone. Here's Emerson with a pass up the right wing. Misses all of his teammates, and it goes all the way down for icing against the Oilers. So they're in the top of the 11th inning in Toronto. Still no decision on game number 7. How about it?
So they got the 50-50 raffle up there. It's $22.8 million in Toronto for the World Series game. My goodness.
That's some 50-50 cash, buddy. And I think up here in Canada, you walk away with the whole thing. I don't think you have to pay any taxes or anything on that. Pretty nice. You win the lottery, it's the same way. Anyway, face-off circle to the left of Skinner. Connor Bedard facing off with Frederick. Wins the draw. Burakovsky put the puck to the right point. Levshunov will stroke it down behind the Oiler net. Ryan Green in a battle with Kulak. Wins the battle for the puck for the right circle. And Levshunov pumps it on goal. They score! In front of the net, Andre Burakovsky on the rebound. Worked it past Skinner. And the Hawks have now tied the game at 2. An important battle for the puck behind the Oiler net, won by Ryan Green. Jeff Blashill, Blackhawks head coach, talked about this. And Green fed Levshunov, who got the shot away from the right circle. The rebound laid at the feet of Burakovsky, and he put it home. 2-2 with 16:41 left in period number 3.
What a goal. You mentioned the battle won by Ryan Green, who's been awesome on this first line with Bedard and Burakovsky. Green finds Artem Levshunov, who puts the puck on net, and Stuart Skinner gives up a juicy rebound. And Andre Burakovsky is right there to bury it for his second straight game with a goal. And with that, it's time to break out the Banditos. Celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito Yankee Tequila.
So Burakovsky, his 4th on the year from Levshunov, and I hope they give Ryan Green the second assist because he made the whole thing happen. 2-2, fresh sheet of ice now. As the puck is spun ahead up the left wing side by Ekholm off of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' stick and ends up down behind the net. And Wyatt Kaiser is able to fish it out and carry out to center ice, front of the benches. He'll backhand the puck deep into the Oilers zone. Stopped behind the net by Skinner. Puck shot around by Wallman up the right wing. Here's McDavid through center ice over the Hawk line down the right wing. He tried to get around Vlasic and could not. Vlasic lifted McDavid's stick and the puck skitters away. And now Knight will plop on the puck in the Hawk crease and hold on to it as it was misplayed by the Hawks into their own crease. Whistle stops play. We'll get a face-off in the circle to Knight's right. But bottom line, the score is tied.
It was tied in the World Series game, too. And something I noticed, John, is they've taken away the split screen here in the third period. Yeah. Do you think that was a request potentially by the Oilers, maybe coaching staff?
I don't know. Hard to say because you know what? And it's kind of hard to say. Chris Knobloch said he was going to be keeping an eye, the head coach of the Oilers, being a Canadian. He said he was going to keep an eye on everything. And we'll give you an update on how the World Series is going when we have an opportunity. Well, in behind the Hawk net, the puck worked free by Vlasic over to Crevier, passing up the right wing at center ice. Into the Oilers zone, Mikheyev to Donato along the left boards. Spin it over to Burakovsky, right wing corner. Send it out to Crevier, right point. He'll whip the puck down behind the Oiler net to the near corner to Vlasic. Send it back in behind Donato, guides the puck into the far corner. Now Crevier tried to get to the puck along the far boards. His stick was tied up by that of Ekholm. Puck held in for a moment by Crevier. The Oilers come out now. And that's center ice. Matt Savoie will stick the puck off the boards behind the Hawk net. Knight out to play it. He got it over to Vlasic, who put the puck up the left wing to Donato, Hawk line. He whipped it back deep into the corner in the Hawk end. And then Crevier sent it back up to Donato. He then had the puck and lost it. Across the rink it goes. Podkolzin strokes it down behind the net. Around it goes into the near corner. Draisaitl. He was bothered by Colton Dock and lost the puck out to center ice. Oilers regroup. Podkolzin takes a pass into the Hawk zone. Drop pass high slot. Leaves it now. Right circle. And Draisaitl drops it off for Podkolzin. And from near the right wing corner, a tough angle shot is stopped by Knight, who then gobbles up the puck with a glove and holds on to it there. You get a whistle stopping play and a face-off to Spencer Knight's left.
Boy, Leon Draisaitl had an opportunity to shoot this puck. He was all alone in front of the net, but ends up passing it to Podkolzin to try to get Spencer Knight moving from right to left. And Knight makes a nice save. His 23rd of the night.
Draw one by the Hawks. Levshunov behind the net. Put a pass up the right side. Here's Colton Dock at center ice, front of the benches. Playing center tonight. Sticks it down the boards into the Oilers zone. So much force it curves around up the near side. And now Roslovic will grab the puck and skate it out to center ice. And over the Hawk blue line. Poke checked away nicely by Kaiser. Slaggert had the puck, tried to skate it out of the Hawk zone. Didn't see Draisaitl coming in behind to knock the puck free, but Slaggert then got it back. Trying to make a lead pass for Levshunov into the Oilers zone. That's broken up by the Oilers, and there you have the puck back in their end.
Boy, Levshunov was in the offensive zone. He looked like a forward on that shift. Had to hustle back, but fortunately he was able to get away with it.
Now turnover inside the Oilers zone at the left point. Here's Bedard. spins it down behind the net. Was intended for Burakovsky. The puck rides by into the far corner. McDavid will stick it back in behind into the near corner. And then Wallman will move the puck out to center ice. Nugent Hopkins into the Hawk zone, right wing side. Drops it off Mangiapane, top of the right circle. He then lost it to Bouchard. Bouchard stripped of the puck, however, by Connor Bedard. Put it in over the line. Burakovsky firing from the right circle. The blocker save made by Skinner. In behind the net. Bedard had the puck. Chopped it away, tried to get it to a teammate. Instead, McDavid picks it off. Then McDavid loses the puck over the center ice circle. Took it back, sweeps it into the Hawk zone. Murphy for the Hawks to Grizzly, left wing at center ice. He'll dump it down the boards deep into the Oilers zone. Here's Bouchard with it in the near corner, passing up the right wing side. That's onto the stick of Isaac Howard, and he put it down behind the Hawk net. Lazar was run into the end boards by Kaiser. The other way comes Nazar into the Oilers zone near the left point. Tried to go rink wide with a pass, picked off by the Oil. Howard into the Hawk zone, coughed up the puck to the Hawks wide. Kaiser, he'll carry down in behind the Hawk net, stop, and have a look as the Hawks assemble for their breakout. And Kaiser with a pass up the right wing. Bertuzzi center ice to Nazar, crisscrossing in over the Oiler line. Nazar dropping the puck at the left point. Teravainen whips it down behind the Oiler net to Bertuzzi. Here's Tyler Bertuzzi around to the right half boards. Bothered from behind there, and the puck poke check down ice to the Hawk blue line. Alex Vlasic took it back and fires it back down the boards deep into the Oiler end. Roslovic in the far corner, caught it there. To Emberson in the near corner Oiler zone, to Kulak back of the net, then back to Emberson in the corner. He'll lift it out to center ice. Levshunov stood his ground and stopped that puck. Kicks it to his stick, gives it to Donato. He whips it down the boards into the Oiler end, and again Emberson tried to fire it out. Good play by Donato to hold it in at a moment at the line, but is taken back by the Oil. And cleared into the Hawk zone by Frederick. Now taken back by the Hawks. Donato, center ice on the left wing side. Gains the Oiler line. Fires it down the glass behind the net into the far corner. Nurse of the Oilers with a pass up the left wing to Savoie. He clears to center ice, taken back by Levshunov. Quick pass to Donato over the Oiler line, and on the left wing side fires one over the net. Nurse steers it up the left side to center ice off of Henrique's stick. The Hawks get possession again. Down to 11:20 left in the third of a 2-2 game.
Ryan Green just took a shift there with Mikheyev and Donato. So he's getting some double shifting work out. He's been really noticeable in this game, but he's a more natural center than Colton Dach, so no surprise that he's been out there with the checkers of Donato and Mikheyev.
Dach in the right corner, gave it to Crevier right point, to Kaiser left point, floats one in front, loose puck in front. Oh, shot just wide by Colton Dach. Dach got it back in behind, tried to flip it out to the point. Nice play by Crevier to pinch in from the point to the slot and check the puck free, but it ends up back at center ice. Slaggert there. Rink wide pass for Dach. He's in over the Oiler line to the right wing half boards, then to the corner. Pokes the puck down behind the net. And Foligno will give chase into the near corner. Lost the puck up the boards. The Oilers take it back. Roslovic will carry it through center and over the Hawk line. Around Rinzel and then to the net, and he let it go on goal, and it's stopped by Knight, and he'll hold on in the crease. We get a whistle, stopping play. 10:24 left in the third. Still 2-2 here in Edmonton. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Getting health insurance that fits your budget isn't easy.
At Get Covered Illinois, we are here to help.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
A place where health insurers compete for your business. A website where you can compare multiple health plans and pricing in one place.
And where you can connect to financial help and free in-person assistance.
Because you deserve insurance. GetCoveredIllinois.gov. We're here to help.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name. And the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
For mouth-watering Italian dining in Chicago's downtown theater district, it's always Pettorino's. Join them for summer sips in the Loop, 2 to 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. to close Monday through Friday on their amazing corner patio at Dearborn and Randolph. Plus, enjoy live jazz every Monday night, al fresco style, as Pettorino's opens their doors so you can listen outside. You can even bring your pooch to the patio for Pettorino's one-of-a-kind puppy menu. For delicious Italian cuisine and more, this summer, it's always Pettorino's.
It's Bob Surratt. This isn't just a game, it's a Chicago tradition. Back to the boys now.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, make sure to join us at the United Center on Saturday, November 15th at 6 p.m. as we take on the Toronto Maple Leafs in our first Centennial Celebration Night. That's not all. The first 8,000 fans will receive an exclusive Tony Esposito bobblehead presented by American Express. Tickets are available now at blackhawks.com.
Well, people are probably wondering, Weideman, what's going on in the World Series? All right, I'll let you know. The Jays have a runner at third base with one out. And as you might imagine, the Sky Dome is going crazy right now. So we'll get to that here if we can in a moment. They're down 5-4 are the Blue Jays. Here's Bedard with a pass to center ice on the right wing. He steps into the Oilers zone. Floats the puck down to the inboards. Burakovsky battling back there with Ekholm, frees himself, has the puck. Burakovsky flips it left point. Nice keep in by Vlasic. Sent it down in front of the net. It hit McDavid's stick and skitters wide. Burakovsky in the right wing corner leaves the puck behind the net. Ekholm is just all over Connor Bedard and ends up plopping on top of him next to the net. No penalties called. Meanwhile, McDavid into the Hawk zone down the right side. Put the puck behind the net. Eugene Hopkins sent it back around up the near side. Green forces it to the line. Oilers hold it in. Mangiapane in the right wing corner, checked by Vlasic. Puck comes free, and Vlasic put it through his feet. Head to Bedard. Put a pass up the left wing to Green, to Burakovsky over the center ice circle. He's at the end of his shift, so he'll just dump the puck to the inboards in the Oilers zone and get off on a change.
Jeff Blashill is really rewarding this top line of Bedard, Green, and Burakovsky.
Now Emerson sends the puck behind the Oiler net. Nazar's got the puck along the left sideboards. Put it down to the corner to Bertuzzi. To Teravainen along the right side boards. Leans on Emberson, pokes it behind the net. Bertuzzi sends it in front. Nazar got a shot away, but it was blocked. And the Oilers are back up ice. That's center ice. Frederick dumps the puck off the inboards Hawk zone. Kaiser, a good battle to get the puck, put it up the boards, not out. Emberson firing from the right point. That deflects wide to the left wing corner. And Levshunov wins the battle from Frederick for the puck. Put it ahead to Teravainen. He passes it along the left wing boards into the Oilers zone, and Nazar tried to get to the puck. He was checked by Emberson. Goes down, he gets back to his feet. He'll head to the bench in a change. Meanwhile, back in the Hawk zone. Rinzel between the circles. Overskates the puck for a moment. Stops, got it back. Got it over to Grzelcyk along the left boards, ahead to Donato. He's over the Oiler line on the left wing. Flips the puck down the boards in behind the Oiler net. Nurse grabs hold of it there and drives it around up the far sideboards and all the way down. Rinzel in to get the puck. Moves it behind the net. Grzelcyk pokes it up the left wing side. Mikheyev hands it off to Donato coming by over the Oiler line. Put it into the high slot. Here's Bedard, left circle. He was caught from behind by Draisaitl, who strips the puck away. Draisaitl into the Hawk zone down the right wing side. Pumps with Grzelcyk. Leaves the puck there. It's taken away by Donato with a nice physical play, and then he'll lift it behind the net into the far corner, and Sam Rinzel over to get it. Put a pass up the left wing, dismisses Donato and goes all the way down. And icing's going to be the call against the Hawks.
I hate to break the news, John.
You go ahead, because I'm not going to.
A World Series ending double play by the Dodgers.
Well,
oh man,
they went as far as they could, didn't they? They gave it to you Blue Jay fans out there. I feel for you. But they went as far as they could. It looked like they had it won a couple of times. Unfortunately for you, the Dodgers did win. And they're now World Series champions. Baseball season is officially over. Spring training is only a couple of months, HR. Face off in the Hawk zone. Here's a play now by Ekholm walking down the left wing side. Backhands a shot wide of the net. McDavid took it back to Bouchard in the high slot. Drops it over to Ekholm in the right circle, and he rips a shot wide. Caroms around to the left point. It's held in by Bouchard. He spins the puck down to Mangiapane back of the Hawk net. And Mangiapane chased off the puck in the far corner. Renzel will lift it ahead up the right side to Mikheyev. He's stripped of the puck, however, by McDavid, who then loses the puck just inside the Hawk line. And then he gets it back. McDavid drops it to Mangiapane in the right wing half boards. To Bouchard, right point. He'll spin it back down in behind the Hawk net over McDavid's stick. Rides around into the far corner. Renzel got hold of the puck. Lifts it off the glass and out to center ice, forcing the Oilers to leave the Hawk zone in a regroup. Hawks get a line change in the process.
Got 6:40 left here. We're still looking for our next TV timeout, but Hawks are playing a good road third period. Tight checking. Oilers are having a hard time getting set up in the offensive zone.
I think we'll get our TV timeout right now as the Oilers are offside at the Hawk line. 6:36 left in the third. 2-2 the score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, it's Spencer Knight. Catch Lisa Dent weekday afternoons at 2 on WGN Radio.
Whether you're on the field or on the ice, the best way to bet is with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips, Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees, ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circa Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industrial-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Clutter taking over your space? Let Junk Luggers help you reclaim it. Junk Luggers is the full-service junk removal and hauling company ready to tackle it all. From single-item pickups to clearing out the garage or removing furniture, Junk Luggers takes care of the heavy lifting so you don't have to. And with a strong commitment to sustainability, Junk Luggers keeps garbage out of landfills by repurposing, donating, and recycling whenever possible. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com. Junk Luggers, saving your space and the planet one haul at a time.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Who's Hot, Who's Cold is sponsored by Plumbers 911 Chicago, where they do it right the first time. Who's hot? How about the Pittsburgh Penguins? Came into today first in the entire NHL with 18 points. I don't think anyone saw that coming.
No.
Who's cold? The Minnesota Wild. They picked up a victory in Vancouver tonight, but prior to that, they were 0-3-2 in their last 5 games. So not the start that they were looking for either. But boy, how about Pittsburgh? Unbelievable. Joe Brand goes there, and then they just turn things around.
Attaboy, Joe. Charlie, so many people during the summer had written Pittsburgh off, saying, oh, Malkin's done, he's too old, and Sid's thinking about being traded someplace else, and look at them now. Boy, the Pens are really showing everybody that they're wrong, and good for them. Here's Roslovic carrying to center ice, and from the Hawk line, dumps the puck lazily down the boards to the end boards. Connor Murphy put it into the near corner. It's in Kaiser's skates, and he, soccer style, will kick the puck up the boards, but not out. Draisaitl held it in right point. To Nurse left point. Fires the puck off the end boards. Bounces out to Roslovic in the right circle. He centered the puck, picked off by Teravainen. He'll pass it in to Nazar at center ice, who pokes the puck off the boards deep into the Oilers zone. This will allow the Hawks a line change. The Oilers get the puck back behind their net. Darnell Nurse is on it. Nurse holding the puck now. Will start the breakout. Takes a pass up the left wing side. Looks like it missed the stick of the Oiler player Howard, and it did, according to the linesman. Icing is the call. So 5:32 left in period number 3 of a 2-2 game.
Another late game where the Blackhawks are in. It feels like every single game this season it's been tight. You know, outside of the Winnipeg game on Thursday night, every single game it feels like has been within a goal in the third period. And so the Hawks young players are getting an experience of what it feels like to play in these high-pressure situations.
Bedard wins the draw, left shin off right point. Got it to Grzelcyk. He fires a shot for the left point, and that's into the glove of Skinner. And he'll hold on, a face-off in the circle to his right. One more TV timeout before the conclusion of regulation. 5:26 left in the third. Hawks 2, Oilers 2. Is this game headed to overtime? Stick around and find out. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, Electric wants you to avoid breakdowns this winter. Did you know your dirty furnace costs more to operate? It increases your utility bill and leads to more breakdowns? Now's the time. Schedule your Four Seasons tune-up today for only $89.95. The furnace tune-up includes a 30-point inspection, complete cleaning, and is backed by the industry-leading 1-year, no breakdown guarantee. Peace of mind, lower utility bills, just a Four Seasons tune-up away.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Marquette Bank has been helping neighborhoods thrive in Chicago for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. When you bank with Marquette Bank, you matter. After 80 years, we've learned that helping people like you make smarter financial decisions helps our neighborhoods grow and thrive. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Wednesday, November 5th. Don't miss a day of special features on WGN Radio as we spotlight Innovation DePage, a leading business incubator and accelerator helping small businesses thrive across Chicagoland. Join us as a team from Innovation DePage shares how they're fueling entrepreneurship, empowering local startups, and driving growth right here in the western suburbs and beyond. Discover the stories behind the innovation and the people turning big ideas into thriving businesses. That's Wednesday, November 5th, only on WGN Radio.
Hey, it's Nick Foligno. Listen to John Williams weekday mornings at 10. Now back to the game.
Looking for ultimate flexibility while still getting access to the biggest games of the year? Whether you select a quarter season plan or a customizable pick'em plan, we've got you covered with options that fit your schedule. Visit tickets.blackhawks.com to learn more.
Face-off circle to Skinner's right. Ryan Green on the draw for the Hawks. Gets control now. Burakovsky with the puck along the right boards. Tough angle shot goes through the crease and wide. Left shot off of the right point. Put the puck down to Bedard along the right side boards. He then lost the handle to center ice, and the Oilers come back into the Hawk zone. There's a shot from Frederick from the right point. Kicked out of there by Knight. Along the near boards, Frederick again flipped the puck back to the point, and that's off the stick of Curtis Lazar to center ice. He went back and got it. Send it over front of the benches to Kulak, and he'll flip the puck down into the Hawks zone. The Hawks get possession. Grizzly back of the net, put the puck over to Levshinoff along the right boards to Captain Nick Foligno over the center ice circle. Backhands it through the air off the inboards in the Oilers zone. Ekholm for the Oilers spins it back in behind. Foligno caught it along the right sideboards. Put it down around behind the net to the right wing corner. Donato fed it behind the net. Mikheyev sent it out to the left point. A shot by Vlasic and a chest save made by Skinner. And the rebound taken out of there by the Oilers. Into the Hawk zone, Nugent Hopkins sent it down to McDavid, who fed it in front. Mangiapane deflects the puck over the net. Vlasic at the Hawk line, left wing side. Spins it ahead to Ilya Mikheyev. He's over the Oiler line. Kicks the puck up to his stick to the left wing corner now. Mikheyev sent it off a skate, bounces out to Vlasic, who pounds a shot from the left circle. This deflects in behind the net. Mikheyev's stick is stripped out of his hands. No call. Sam Rinzel with the puck backing up through the high slot. He'll fire, and that hit a conga line of players in front. Loose puck taken out of there by McDavid to center ice. Shot it across the rink. The Oilers very easily could have been guilty of too many men on the ice had one of those players headed to the bench played that puck, but they didn't. Hawks will get it back. 3:40 left in regulation. Classic at center ice. Firing it down the boards deep into the Oilers zone. Bertuzzi caught it along the right boards. Tried to center it. Ends up along the left side boards now. Teravainen there. He's angled off the puck. But put it in behind the net, and a good play by Teravainen. Take it back right corner. Rinzel right point. Long wrist shot. Blocked in the slot. And Draisaitl the other way. We'll stick it off the right side glass into the Hawk zone. Rinzel tracking it down in the near corner, leaving the puck for Wyatt Kaiser in front of the net. Over to Rinzel, passing it ahead now to center ice to Teravainen. He deflects the puck into the Oilers zone. Wallman clears to center ice, and then Teravainen slots it back into the Oilers zone. And Jake Wallman will back in behind the Oiler net, hold the puck as the Oilers get a line change.
Mikheyev's loose stick was getting in the way of the Blackhawks offensive zone, so Stuart Skinner, as the puck went into Edmonton's offensive zone, he just put the stick on top of his net, so it got out of the way now.
Now Lazar turns the puck over in the Hawk zone. Savoie, and then the baseball swings at the puck in the circle to Spencer Knight's right. Hawks do get possession. Ryan Green to Matt Grzelcyk on the left wing side of the Hawk zone. Lifts the puck over to Levshunov, who goes for a tour with the puck behind the net. Put it around the left wing side to Green. To Burakovsky through center ice. Took the puck in over the Oiler line down the right wing to the corner. Back pass into the high slot. Louis Crevier to Vlasic left point. Moving down to the half boards. Vlasic had it stripped away, but then as the Oiler player Savoie tried to swat it out, he hit the skate of Vlasic, and the puck tumbles down beside the Oiler net. McDavid skates it out through center ice and over the Hawk line, right wing side. Drop pass for Bouchard, a long wrist shot, and a butterfly save made by Knight. Hawks get the puck back. Here's McCabe at center ice to Foligno over the Oiler line, left wing. Fires a shot high and wide. Donato caught it along the right boards, put the puck down to the corner. Mangiapane tried to clear. Puck ends up along the far boards, and Nugent Hopkins will move it ahead. Mangiapane at center ice. To the Hawk blue line, he'll flip it down in behind the net. And Knight guides it into the near corner. Kaiser's got it there. Kaiser took the puck in behind the net to the far corner, waves it up the boards. Donato was not able to clear the puck away. Roslovic took it back, then gave it away to the Hawks' Wyatt Kaiser at the end of his shift, and he'll step over the center ice red stripe in front of the benches and dump the puck down in behind the Oiler net. Get off on a change.
Great play by Wyatt Kaiser to skate that puck out of his own end, get to the red line, and fire that puck. The Hawks really needed a line change.
Vlasic strips Draisaitl of the puck, then turns around just inside the Hawk line and fires the puck ahead. This misses Nazar and goes down. And icing is the call. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. 56 seconds left in period number 3. 2-2 the score. Off this icing call, the faceoff will come down to the Hawk zone. This will be in the circle to Spencer Knight's right.
Yep, and Connor McDavid just hopped on the ice, so he and Leon Draisaitl would be out here for this offensive zone shift for Edmonton with 56 seconds left. So this is a crucial defensive zone draw. Draisaitl going up against Nazar.
So here we go. And Nazar got in there a little too vigorously. They make him stand up, reposition. Now they'll do it again. And Draisaitl wins it cleanly out to the line to Nurse. He fires the puck over to the right wing corner. Nobody is there. Now Roslovic claims the puck in behind the net. Roslovic around to the left wing boards to Nurse left point. Nurse holding, fires. This deflects just through the crease and wide. Knight gave it a ride with the stick. Nurse now holds it in at the left point. Down to Draisaitl back in the net. Kicks it over to Roslovic left wing corner. He is able to dodge Nazar, put the puck to the left point again. Draisaitl down to Roslovic in the area behind the net. He put it out in front, picked off by the Hawks. Teravainen with 22 seconds left in regulation. To center ice, to Nazar over the Oiler line. Tried to feed it over to the right circle. This is picked off by Draisaitl. 13 seconds left in regulation. McDavid freeing himself from a check of Kaiser. Carries into the Hawk zone, right wing circle, coughed up the puck. Teravainen will swat it down ice. Let's see if regulation time will end. We're down to 0.8 seconds left in regulation. And a face-off after the icing call back in the Hawk zone.
They might add a few tenths of a second here, maybe make it 1.3-ish. Look like that's what a few players from Edmonton were arguing. Maybe not. Edmonton has pulled their goalie, though, to see if they can, if they're going to keep it at 0.8. I'm going to try to quick shot this on Spencer Knight.
It's got to be a clean face-off win. That means Nazar's got to tie up his man on the draw. So Nazar, it looks like Frederick. Actually, this is going to be Lazar on the draw, and it doesn't matter as they drop the puck. The Hawks get possession. And Levshunov pokes the puck to center ice. Hawks will get 1 point out of this game at least. And now they'll head to overtime to try and decide who gets the extra point. Hawks with 13 points on the season.
Good 60 minutes here by the Blackhawks. The 2 goals against that they gave up came on power plays for the Oilers. So at even strength, an impressive showing for the Blackhawks. This is more of a lower scoring game than I thought we were going to see tonight. But Hawks tied things up. Andre Burakovsky, 3:19 into the third period, and now we got And overtime coming up, and tonight's overtime is sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
This should be a very interesting overtime. You know that McDavid can just absolutely fly. And I wonder what Jeff Blashill's strategy is going to be if the Oilers get possession off the draw, because all that open ice out there with McDavid's skating ability, not only can he create a scoring chance where he can actually shoot the puck, but he can set up a teammate for a wide open chance too.
Yeah.
So who's going to be the Blackhawks skater that's going to stay on?
Well, I think one of them
Connor
is going to be.
McDavid.
I think one of them is going to be Ilya Mikheyev. I imagine he's going to start out there, Mikheyev, because if Edmonton wins the draw, you want Mikheyev out there, who's arguably your best penalty killer, and he's maybe the only player that can go toe to toe with Connor McDavid as far as speed goes.
I think you're shortchanging Frank Nazar there a little bit, Char.
I
think
am.
Nazar can go, but we'll see. You might be right.
No, I think you're right too. It looks like Bedard, Burakovsky, and Vlasic are getting the start there. So interesting.
Shots for regulation favor the Blackhawks 28-27.
Big face-off coming up here for Connor Bedard. He's 7 of 13 on the night.
And the Oilers get control anyway. Bouchard's got the puck. He'll take it and go for a little skate with it down behind his net. On for the Oilers are McDavid and Draisaitl. Bouchard passing to McDavid at center ice, crisscrossing with Draisaitl, who takes the puck into the Hawk zone near the right point. Out near the line, he flips it back over the line as he's bothered by Vlasic. And McDavid recovers the puck front of the benches. Here's McDavid to the hot blue line, where he decides to take the puck and go for a skate back to his own blue line. Leaving it for Draisaitl over the center ice circle. Took it in over the hot blue line to McDavid as it crisscrossed to Draisaitl right circle. He'll move out in the high slot with the puck. Give it there to McDavid. Crossing over to the right circle. McDavid now put it on goal. Stick save is made by Knight. And a play by Vlasic as he sends it up the right side to Burakovsky. He's into the Oilers zone down the right wing to the corner. Stopping on a dime. Floats it over to Bedard. He'll fire from the left circle. And that's a glove save made by Skinner. He'll hold on to it there. Down to 4:01 left in OT. Face-off will stay in the Oilers zone to Skinner's right. And all things considered, Charlie, that's probably the best the Hawks could do with a scoring chance. Those three were kind of near the end of their shift there.
Yep, and Draisaitl, McDavid, and Bouchard go to the Edmonton Oilers bench. So the Hawks are going to get an offensive zone draw. Frank Nazar, Ryan Green, and Artem Levshunov are the trio out here now for Chicago.
Oilers' last foray into overtime was their last game here at Rogers Place. They lost to the New York Rangers 4-3. Roslovic picks up the puck behind the Oiler net. He'll skate it out to center ice. And he tried to flip it into the Hawk zone. Ryan Green poke checks it away. Nazar took the puck. Levshunov stripped of it between the circles by Roslovic, who fires, and that deflects wide. Nugent Hopkins in the right wing corner to Nurse right point. Spins it over to the left wing boards. Roslovic being bothered there by Levshunov. Lost the puck to center ice. Nugent Hopkins took it back into the Hawk zone to Roslovic, top of the right circle to Nugent Hopkins. He tried to flip it on goal. Green broke that up, but then Nurse took it back. Nurse near the blue line will retreat with the puck to center ice, allowing the Oilers to change up their personnel. Nazar heads to the Hawks bench. On comes Ilya Mikheyev. Passing ahead now, Nurse to Mangiapane, left wing side in the Hawk zone. Darts back into the high slot, and he'll hand it off to Vasily Podkolzin. Here's Podkolzin, the former #1 pick, 10th overall by the Vancouver Canucks several years ago. He'll drop the puck at the Oiler line now to Ekholm. Ahead to Mangiapane over the Hawk line left wing. Cuts into the slot, backhands it in front, and then Ekholm shot it through the crease and wide. He had Knight way out of position. Mangiapane retreats to center ice with the puck and hands it off to Podkolzin. A change of the personnel for both teams. Podkolzin into the Hawk zone, turning away in the right circle. He'll flip it back to center ice. Ekholm's got the puck over the center ice circle to McDavid into the Hawk zone down the left wing side. He falls in the circle, went down to one knee, got back, still has the puck. The Oilers have pretty much controlled the puck in all of overtime. Now Bouchard in front, shoots, he scores! Off the give from Draisaitl. Evan Bouchard was wide open in the left wing circle. Draisaitl pulled up in the right wing circle and stopped. He looked at the net and then fed it over to Bouchard, who on his second attempt beats Spencer Knight, and the Oilers won in overtime 3-2.
What an unbelievable initial save by Spencer Knight. Connor McDavid kept this play alive. I mean, he goes down to his knees, then pops back up, gives it to Leon Draisaitl. And Draisaitl finds Evan Bouchard, who cleans up his own rebound. Artem Levchnov was just out of gas at the end of that shift. And that is a confidence-building goal, has to be for Evan Bouchard in Edmonton. But the Hawks pick up a point, but they unfortunately aren't able to get a second one.
Well, they do get a point. As you said, it's the first point of this 6-game road trip. Unfortunately, their record on the road trip is 0-1-1. These two teams will get back together again a little later in the season. Oilers win tonight 3-2. We'll tell you more about it right after we take this break. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Right now, hockey fans across the city are struggling to fill the fridge. That's why the Salvation Army is here to assist those in need all season long. Our friends at the Salvation Army are seeing unprecedented demand in their communities, the communities they've served for decades, with more people walking through the doors in search of emergency support. Your support this year is more important than ever. Go to the John Williams Kettle at WGNradio.com. Let's help make a difference today.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Lease the Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month or get 0% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end November 3rd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
It's Jason Dickinson. Catch every single Blackhawks game on 720 WGN Radio.
Back to Edmonton, to Rogers Place. John Weideman along with Charlie Remeliotis for Blackhawks Hockey. Evan Bouchard scoring at 2:42 of overtime from Leon Draisaitl gives the Oilers the victory. 3-2 was the final score, and with the overtime loss, the Blackhawks record now falls to 5-4-3, while with the overtime win, the Oilers record runs to 6-4-3. And the Hawks will head now to Seattle after this game and engage the Seattle Kraken for the first time this season. Charlie, your overall thoughts about what transpired here tonight?
Well, I didn't think the Blackhawks played a bad game at even strength. In fact, it really felt pretty evenly matched at even strength. It was the power play where Edmonton flexed their muscles. They scored 2 of their goals on the power play, and then, of course, the third one in overtime. And when I saw Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid hop on the ice, and it was like Artem Levchnov was still out there. He was pretty tired. Ilya Mikheyev, he was pushing almost a minute, maybe even more on that last shift, and then Ryan Donato had hopped on the ice. He was the only fresh body for Chicago. You just thought it was going to be a matter of time where Edmonton capitalized, especially with McDavid, Draisaitl, and Bouchard hopping on the ice pretty fresh in the offensive zone. And so big point for the Blackhawks to at least not come away with nothing, but I'm sure they would have liked a second one, because I don't think they would. I think they would be pleased with overall how this game went.
Now, if Troy Murray were here, we'd both be very, very happy, right? We'd be exceedingly happy that Troy would be with us again. Troy, by the way, if you're listening, we love you, man.
Miss
you.
you.
Take care of yourself. We want to see you back as soon as possible. But what would Troy say? He would say it all starts with the face-off. The Blackhawks didn't win the opening face-off of overtime. And for the most part, save for that one scoring chance they had, they chased the game. They chased the Oilers in overtime. If they were to have won that opening face-off, you might be talking about a different script right now.
Yeah, for sure. And we've talked about it the last couple years, how important face-offs are. And even on the last shift in regulation with 54 seconds left, we saw Connor McDavid jump on the ice to take the shift with Leon Draisaitl, and the Hawks lose the face-off cleanly, and Edmonton had like a 30-second offensive zone shift that got a little dicey for Chicago. And so face-offs, I think, is going to be an area that the Blackhawks improve in over time. Jonathan Taves was so good at that in Chicago for years and years and years, and so they just haven't been able to find a replacement for his production. It's been a committee ever since he's left.
Well, there were 45 face-offs in this game. The Blackhawks won 21 of them, but the important one they just didn't win. But